We had just been got our ass is kicked in by a weird robot, padded robot, who went haywire. However, we were able to together subdue, without completely destroying it, uh, a failed attempt to intimidate the little gnome thief that made it. Got off. Um, we made it to a bar towards near the end of the session, and Arendelle happened to find a child who was just flailing around a flaccid eye stalk that belonged to a now probably deceased beholder.
I forgot about that.
This eye stalk is now in Arendelle's possession, and he has now been labeled a magic item hoarder. So
Arcane Collector.
you give some, you take some, I guess.
Your path to lichdom is almost complete.
Yeah, almost. And we left off with our wonderful slave going over to another table and having her money stolen. And I was about to attempt to stop a bar fight from happening so we don't get thrown in jail.
Yeah, so Gazan, I think he just started he basically tried to sucker punch him. They stole your money or something, right?
I grabbed him by the neck and heaved him up and I wanted to slam him down on the table, but I don't know if Arendelle is going to interfere with that.
Did you grab his neck? You try to grab his neck, right?
Yes, I definitely try and grab his neck and lift him up. Completely defenseless.
Do you remember the name of the inn?
Nay.
Oh, hold on. I write down everything. Let me look at my character sheet.
This is the first session where I've been vastly underprepared.
Oh, I don't have my tablet.
How does it do that to you?
Exactly.
Crap, I'm still on Scratch's character sheet. Hold on. Don't make fun of me. I wasn't ready.
I usually rewatch it again beforehand. I didn't do that.
You didn't have a casual 3 hours to watch something?
I should have actually. That would have been perfect timing to put it on in the background.
True.
Nope, never mind. I didn't write down the name of this place. Last place I wrote down was the Velvet Journey.
It's called the Come On In.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Here we go.
Guess what notebook I used.
Let's see what we got here. Where am I at? Why am I doing this? My little encounter thingy.
That was so cheeky. I didn't even realize it last time. Damn.
Come on in. It's a tavern.
So, I put it out, Gazan, we can kind of just... So, sometimes you might change your mind. These guys they steal your money, right? Do you have any money left, or how much do they steal from you?
They stole 5 gold, I think.
Why did they steal it?
They stole it because I was coming over to try and wager them in a game or something. And I presented the cash. They saw I was a slave, so they just thought I was easy prey. And that's when they were trying to leave. And I caught them in the act.
Yeah, part of being a slave is your property. You don't own property at all.
Indeed.
Right? So it's that's why I guess...
This is a lapse of judgment moment for...
So I've also put, as we kind of had saw back in Windstrand, I've put a few orcs and things over here. There's a couple goblins and orcs. There's there is a bard over here just kind of strumming off a few tunes to herself. And then there's of course some commoners having a drink. Here's the bartender. There's maybe a cook in the back, and there was some people outside, right? The High Pass is sort of elevated version of medieval England, I would say. It's a little bit more than medieval, but it is what it is. So, Gazan, do you still want to grab this guy?
Arendelle, are you gonna try and interfere?
As your fists tighten up,
yeah,
and they just grip their sword a little bit. He doesn't know what you're gonna do, but if you're just gonna attack him physically, I guess it's just like a bar fight. But they start to walk away if you hesitate.
Yeah, I guess.
I do approach it. I
Okay.
can see the tension starting to get palpable. I
Yeah.
walk over here and I say,
Is this your slave?
"Indeed, I was utilizing her talent in gaming, seeing as I do not possess such things, to try to earn myself a little bit of extra money, though it seems that she might have gone a bit too far." I say as I just give her a side eye. "I
Why,
sincerely apologize for her being.
why do you give your slave money?
I gave her my money so she could try to win me some more. She knew what the consequences were if she lost, though it appears that such a thing won't be happening now. I would ask that you kindly return me my funds, since you did not earn it."
Make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
I'm just giving this guy a death stare. I'm not even acknowledging Arundel behind me.
Alright. Ooh, that's a pretty number. That's a pretty number. It's a 22.
Nice little New Year's roll, right? Why don't we make the game interesting? Everybody has inspiration as a Merry Christmas present, right? Remember to use your inspiration if you want to, and critical moments. Whenever you hit a challenge roll, basically an attack roll, saving throw, or a skill check like Arundel does, you can roll it with advantage.
Thank you, God.
They pull out the money back, and they put it back on the table, and they said, "Let's get out of here." And they both
Have a
get
good
up
day,
and go.
gentlemen.
So they put the gold pieces back as Arundel kind of diffuses it. I try to roll a counter roll, and I roll a 9. You guys will let them go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just kick a stool over. Thank you, I guess.
Try to be more wary from now on. I won't always be there to save you.
As they're over there, I'm gonna kind of lean in the table with Venna and Karma. So what is it that we wish to do about our discussion? We still need the things that Arundel sold. And distraction for Gazan while we do this. We might be able...
We're kind of back in theater of the mind because, I mean, I just try to use the battle board if, you know, we're going to throw down a little bit. So we're not spending 20 minutes of like, where's that guy at?
Perhaps, Venna, you should take Gazan to the fight pits.
Mm-hmm.
Buy us some time there. You'd get out. She could get out some of her frustration.
Like while he
And
fights,
Gazan could as well.
while
And
he
then
fights, we slip out during the fight and do our plan.
I think so. I think it'd work best. Because all we have to do is sign her up, and then we can.
Yeah, there has to be a waiting list. Sign her up. Say we're gonna go wait.
I
About?
can assure you, it's a pay and just walk on in type of situation. It's not that hard to get in.
And she said she wanted to go there before, right?
Mm-hmm. Very vocal. Very vocal.
Right. Alright, and so then maybe then me and Karma can go get the equipment that we need.
The collars and brand we need.
And then I'll take us on and lead her to the fight pit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, maybe then you want to go with Arundel, the three of you, and then we can all meet up at the house.
Yeah,
So
is
let
Arundel...
me kind of describe the house a little bit more, since I have the map now, since I kind of put it out a little bit more. It's a 2-story large mansion, right, that you used to play with your childhood friend. There are no secret entranceways in or out. There are guards posted around, as Lord Corrin is a wealthy man. Like, he has many slaves, ranging from young boys to mercenaries, and he's probably a very well-connected guy. You know, he's probably like the #1 head honcho merchant around here, but he deals with, you know, all the power players in town. Do you have any other questions about the place, Victoria, or you want me to load the map to kind of show you?
I think we can load the map. I suppose if this goes terribly wrong, which it probably will, is our plan just to flee this city? Are we on an island?
You are not. Remember, we have the map out. Let me show you.
I think it would be in all of our best interests. We swing by the textile shop, grab a change of clothes for everyone. We need to have disguises as a backup plan.
Good plan.
To then proceed to get out of High Pass as fast as possible. But if a building catches on fire on our way out, you know, things happen.
Sorry, my speakers were cutting in and out.
Backup
Plainly
outfit
so.
for a backup plan. I find that to be a great idea.
Yeah.
All right.
If we have to flee, we'll have like a disguise.
This is what it looks like, right? So I put it together a little bit more. I think I showed you like a GIMP version of it, so I put together a more realistic version of the house. It's quite large. There's 2 guards usually posted up top who will like say, like if you arrive by carriage, they're going to be like, hey, who are you? You know, they're going to question you like, where are you coming from? What are you doing? Otherwise, there's windows and things like that, and, you know, I don't know what your plan is. That's kind of fun of being a DM. Maybe you don't know what your plan is either.
All right. So I was looking through the building.
Arendelle, dear, thank you for helping me out. I'm not in the best of mind at the moment.
Yes, well, I doubt that you are most of the time. However, I simply wish to avoid such a confrontation that would
Had you not
provoke
been
me.
there, I would definitely have torn his spine from his back.
It's a very vivid and visceral image you just placed in my mind. I appreciate that.
I reach out a hand like so you can like drop the coins back to me.
Oh no, it's on the table. I never picked it up.
Oh, okay. Well, I just pick it up then.
You guys go back
Try
and
to
sit down
remember.
at the table?
Before we do, I will walk up to her side and place my hand on her shoulder. Try to remember that you are still a slave.
It's hard to.
Gazan, trying to, you know, like the slave masters in general, right? I'll explain this a little bit more. Like, there's these collars that they use before they brand you, Victoria. Like, the collars and the brandings and stuff all involve around negative reinforcement, right? And Gazan, you know, when you were with Lord Corrin before, remember he had a rod, right? The rods have symbols on them, right? They're magical creations, but they're wicked, right? This is kind of something that you put in your backstory, too.
Yep.
And, you know, basically he just has to, like, touch this rod, and he does, like, immense pain to you. To, like, do what you do what he wants to do.
Indeed, subdue. Yep.
At the same time, like, Lauren Corrin, you know, he is, like, your master, but he's also a resourceful guy.
Indeed.
So it's totally up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, well, the crew has not, like, told me anything about the plan, so I cannot even act on, like, what I want to do. Are we still drinking? I come back to, like, everyone, and I, like, just look a little more timid than usual.
I had finished my tea already, so I'm done drinking. Apologies to be interrupted.
The barkeep comes up to you, Arendelle, and pours you another tea, and she says, "Thanks for just, you know, breaking that up."
Of course. I graciously accept.
You don't want to start something with the orcs around. She like looks back. They'll just escalate
I'm
it.
sure that is true, though I'm sure they would have immensely appreciated it. Seems quite dull in this town.
It's disgusting what they do. They mix the blood in the drink. If they see blood being drawn, even in a bar fight, it'll drive them crazy.
This is true.
Well,
Karma's gonna pull down her hood and she's actually gonna say, "Actually, we were just going to leave." Kazan,
You have hair?
I do.
Oh, that's
Surprising.
Yeah, I was expecting something a little more blunt, not white.
Beautiful.
You see that she's got a giant, like, ferocious scar across her left eye, and she's got a tattoo underneath her right eye. She's seen better days. Kazan, why don't you go with Vina, to fetch a few things?
Okay. I looked at
Arundel,
Vanna.
you're gonna
Sure.
stay and finish your tea, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, about that. I just kind of, I take one last sip of the tea and just stomach it, and put it down onto the tea platter and just kind of push it to the side. I'd rather not finish it.
Well, I think we could use. You can come with us anyway.
Where are we going?
And what are we getting?
Well, Karma and I are in need of some new clothes. Arundel, I think, has the perfect eye for it.
Oh God, yes.
Don't you
fine,
already
but-
have like 2 pairs and I like address Karma?
I need more.
I don't understand. You have 2 pairs.
She looks
I have
like she
1
works
pair.
as a
You don't need more.
She looks
I-
like she works as a grave warden. She needs some more casual clothing.
I
Some
need
color
something
in her
a little,
life.
little less subtle. Yeah, a little more subtle. I mean,
That is fair.
All black and all red is a bit of an eye catcher.
Indeed.
So, Vanna, you and I, when are we leaving? I was thinking about getting a room here. Just staying still for a little bit. But if you would need me, we can just go whenever. Doesn't matter to me.
Little side talk, real quick. The pit and everything is here, right? Or is it at the like? Where is the battle pit thing?
It's in town.
yeah. It's,
Oh, so I just gotta lead him. Okay.
Yeah.
you're talking about the Armageddon arena?
Yeah, the arena. Sorry,
Solid name.
Yeah, the pit's better.
Armageddon arena.
I keep calling it a pit.
The pit. The pit.
It literally was one. It was a pit.
It's in the middle of the afternoon, but they hold games all the time. And it's
So I
kind of
just,
like,
like-
you kind of remember what the barkeep just said about like the orcs being drawn to bloodshed and destruction in the fury of battle. Like they host games casually all the time, you know, putting in slaves, runaway slaves that have been caught. Victoria, you remember hearing a rumor last week about how Shirebrook recently might have been freed as a rumor. And a lot of slaves are running away and trying to escape to Shirebrook to the northwest. The issue is like there's a big, you know, river or like that passes through the middle of the continent. So how? And who? And what?
Where? How?
And where?
Okay, so Vena's gonna just think about the plan, and it's only the middle of the afternoon, Kazan. We could while they go shopping, let's go explore the town and see what other fun things there is to do. You seem a little frustrated, and maybe we can find something to help get out some frustration.
I don't know. I don't know. Sure, whatever you wish.
I'll buy you a drink if you come with me. I want to explore the town. Let's explore it together.
You don't need to buy me a drink for that.
Deal.
Besides, didn't we want to like go through the blacksmith and like get some new weapons?
We did want, yeah, let's go do that first.
Yeah. Maybe you'll find something you would like as well.
I need more weapons.
Yeah, you can have my dagger. I just hand it over. It's something.
It is something. Why don't you hold on to your dagger for now? We'll go to the blacksmith, and I'd rather have some sort of weapons instead of using my magic, as you can see. So let's go head that way, and then we'll see what else is on the way.
Okay. Sure thing.
Venna, you feel like a sense in the air here, like the electrifying energy. And, you know, Victoria might have mentioned it about how the Waystone was not set, right? The great battle in the darkness when they took over this place, there's apparently a giant crystal inside of the Citadel. It must not be set correctly by the archmages or whoever is there. As it's misset, you feel like the electrical energy, right, around you and the chaos that flows from your magic, right, from your body. And you know that your caution is warranted because every time you cast a spell, it could be bad. Something bad could happen or something good. But you think about your sister and how you've hurt people in the past just by casting magic, kind of like a la Rogue, you know, from X-Men, you know, a little bit. Hurting someone with your power is not fun. You guys take off to the blacksmith, then in Gazan.
Suppose so.
I don't know if this is the meta way for you guys to say like you're gonna leave the game now or whatever. You just let me know. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, just let me know. What is the rest of the group doing? We're still at the rest of the group is still at the bar, or do you guys want to take off somewhere and do something else?
No, I think as soon as they leave.
Velvet Journey.
Yeah, they're gone.
We're getting those collars and that brand back. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. We're pulling
going,
Arendelle by the
sir.
ear. Where the fuck do you sell these to?
The next time you touch me is the time you use your hand. Please refrain from doing it.
Annandale, you're adorable. Oh, come on, why'd you sell it?
The slave shop. Or else would I sell slave collars in a brand?
Why would you sell it in the first place? Okay, come on.
You didn't want it.
You didn't ask me.
You as in you people.
Did you ask?
No, I didn't need to. It was my property.
I can't counter
guys-
that because I actually don't remember who opened the chest.
I definitely wasn't me, so.
Oh, well, I guess everyone's forgotten. Let's go if you want to get it back. I'll stand up from the table. I'll begin to lead them back towards the Velvet Journey, I think it was called.
Yeah, we spend. I'm gonna just add 10 minutes to the timer, and we walk to the Velvet Journey. Remember, the Velvet Journey had all these amazing scents of the world contained in a single space of a shop, but it was exotic, with the senses of not just smell but taste and touch. You know, titillate every sensation you hear, and it could be even one of depravity, right? And you get the feeling that this Asian woman is not just peddling spices or magic items, but flesh as well. Do you remember what her name was?
I don't know if I wrote her name down. I did not. No.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Her name is Madame Hannah Etsu. She's an Asian woman that is pretty dainty. She wears silk clothing that's red, draped. She wears spectacles, and her hair is tied back in a bun. She walks with like a modest step, you know. This is what her picture looks like.
Do I know this individual,
Uh,
or she knew?
Do you know her?
Um,
See, that's a DM
actually,
way of me just throwing it right back at you.
sure. Yeah, actually,
Or
maybe
shall I
not. I
just
guess
railroad you the whole way through this?
I'm probably not like obviously not face to face, but is this shop new? Is this person? Was she here? Was it
I
it's
don't
20
run
think.
by the Iron
I
Knights,
think
so
we were in there last game, and then we immediately left Victoria. But you were here, but you weren't here, right? You were out
Yeah,
working.
that's what I missed.
Yes, and on the symbol of the door of the Velvet Journey, is a symbol of the Iron Links. The
Hmm.
guild runs and buys everything of value passes through the Iron Link's hands. And so, Victoria, you're starting to get a feeling that like going after one of the links is going to be a problem. It's not like you're just going after one guy who's like a loner, or a hobo on the street, like a
Yeah.
la American Psycho or something like that. These guys are connected. And if one of them goes missing or something happens to them, they're not going to just drop it, They're going to be like, where did this guy go? What happened to them?
The DM's
I'm
way of
just
telling us this is a bad idea.
I'm just trying to put like a realistic spin onto it.
Oh
It
yeah.
would be similar to like if you want to use a case, recently that guy who just killed the girl and the guy, who just got caught. And those people weren't even like power players. They were just students at the university. Like murder is something more. There is a lot more murder happening because of the orcs' occupation, but the Lynx are powerful people, and they deal directly with Aghal. They're the ones keeping the slave trade going, really, right? And if something were to happen to the slave trade, well, maybe it might get the attention of Aghal, and that's up to you guys, whatever you want to do with that.
Oh, that would be a damn shame. After you, Arendelle. No, I think Victoria's here to cause some trouble.
Let's do it. I guess she has kind of like, I'm going to put on my stereotypical hoodie. Because she kind of has like a hoodie thing on, sort of. The typical Asian dress where her like arms are connected, in the thing like this, And she's like, "You've returned."
how? Yeah. All right. So,
Or should I use more of a stereotypical, "You've returned," like a stereotypical Asian voice?
Good afternoon, madam.
Hello.
I am here to inquire as to whether or not you are still in possession of the items I have recently sold to you.
You have to remind me. What was it again?
The collars.
Oh, I see. Well, those are the Lynx property. And I
Indeed.
appreciate you found them, and you said that you found them on the boat, correct?
Correct. However, I was wondering if we could perhaps purchase one.
You can only purchase one if you buy a slave.
Is that so?
Well, of course. You have to go down to
What
the
if we-
market.
What if we intend to capture a slave? Will we have to bring them here first?
No, not here. Down to the market, of course, which is by the docks. They want to brand them and take them on the ships to Husad.
I see. This was helpful, thank you. I'll be sure to be in contact with you.
Would you like any of the other wares, or look at any potions or anything like that?
Plus, we can.
Actually, would you happen to have any healing potions?
Of course. They're quite expensive due to the tax that Lord Aghel has put in place to fund his damnable wars. Unfortunately, it's driven down our profit margins greatly, and let's just say,
You are not to blame.
unfortunately, it'll cost you about 100 gold for a potion.
I'll reach into my purse and pull out a platinum. That's 10 gold, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I'll put that back in there since I don't have 10 platinum. I will instead pull out my bigger pouch and fish out and count 100 gold pieces so I can get one standard healing potion.
Yeah, she just gives you like a minor healing potion or whatever it is.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
That's the least the Lynx can do for you.
Of course.
Let's go with Venna to the blacksmith shop, right? With Gazan. You're back there, and it's only been half a day, Gazan. Remember, you gave your amulet and stuff over before, and they were smelting down the amulet of Tiamat. Have you forsaken the god of Tiamat, Gazan?
Yes. That is a conscious decision that has just happened last session.
Why have you lost your faith?
It's a long time coming. She has not received any word from her goddess in years, and she's on a path that leads her to be her own being and believing in herself more so than the dependence on a god to show her the way.
Many have lost faith. Losing loved ones like Venna, maybe. Something wrong happens to you in your life. For you, it was being taken away from the gallows, bought by Lord Corrin as you thought it was a favor. And while you think he is a good man, he's a stern man, right? And when you do step out of line or you don't punish someone he wants punished, he punishes you.
That
Is
is true.
Fair?
It is fair in the position that she is in.
Is Corrin a deviant man?
A deviant?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I'm meant to interpret that.
Well, I mean, like, if you had this type of power, what would you do?
Well, I suppose when he's adhering to such a powerful figure as Akhil and the other links, I think he takes pleasure in having some power of his own.
He has to be a measured man. You know, he's done meetings and stuff in his study many times. Have you seen someone try to cross him before? You know, someone, maybe a slave who tried to
That would
escape?
definitely be, yeah. That could probably be, yeah.
What happens to a slave that tries to escape from Lord Corrin?
First of all, he would try and value if they could be used in a certain way. Otherwise, he would definitely just execute them. No hesitation.
You know that he has a room in the manor where he chains people up. Sometimes they'll do the branding there.
Yep. She's been around for that a couple of times.
It's pretty bad because like the screams and stuff, it's not pleasant.
No, that is true. However, she has acclimated to his dealings.
I wonder if Gazan had power, would she kill more? She seems kind of prone to violence.
Possibly.
The darkness isn't so far away from you, is it?
Nay, I don't think so. Probably not.
Now, on the technical side, are you doing the Oathbreaker thing that we talked about? Or are you a fighter now? That's essentially you've broken your oath.
She is a black god, or it would be the Oath of Shadow now.
Yes, the one I did for you.
Indeed.
Cool. Wouldn't be the last time I created something and a player just threw it in the trash can. You guys go to the blacksmith, and the member of the apprentice there, they're banging away, making metals and iron and weapons for Aghel and for the armies of the darkness, right? And they've been employed. They aren't slaves per se, but like, what's another word for slavery? Indentured servitude. You know, they get paid almost a meager wage, perhaps, and they have to work day and night or long hours and slave away for a cause maybe they don't believe in, and they make just enough of sustenance to provide for what is happening. And the mallets bang away as you guys go in.
Hello again.
Hello.
I might try and look to whoever is looking back at me. I will only be taking up a moment of your time.
Your rings aren't ready yet.
I know. I apologize. I will be coming back for those tomorrow.
They're in the forge
However,
melting.
do you have any wares for sale? I'd like to make a purchase or two.
What are you interested in?
What kind of shields have you got? I'm an old shield maiden. I want to check out your wares.
The shields we have, they're all being made for the armies east and south.
You don't take custom orders or anything not used?
He looks at your slave branding. Your master lets you wield a weapon.
And I just look to Vanna right beside me.
Now it's me. I need the shield. I'm going to trying to really get into protecting myself with a shield. Also, if you had anything bow and arrow-ish, like I would like some bow and arrow.
Oh, you silly thing. I'm the one protecting you with the shield.
Oh. Huh? Yeah, because I'm going to do bow and arrow, so like from the behind, and then Gazan's going to be up there protecting me with a shield. Sorry.
Do you want a long bow or short bow, Venom?
Just long bow.
Can you use one as a sorcerer? I don't know.
I only have
She's an elf. She has proficiency.
Oh, okay, sure. They got rid
all
of that
elves have
6e
proficiency.
rules. They got rid of that 6e rules, yeah. But that's okay. We'll allow Venna to do it because she's.
Wait. Do whatever I have to do. I don't know.
Well, you have a crossbow, don't you?
I only have a crossbow. Yes.
Do you want to shoot a bow instead? You want to become? You've been watching too many Lord of the Rings movies.
If we're gonna get real,
you saw Orlando
I was just
Bloom
trying to distract the guy from like the shield thing.
Oh, okay.
If you want to get like real technical about it, I could teach her how to use a longbow since I have proficiency with that.
Yeah, it's the same thing, Arendelle. The elves they remove that cheese because like they don't want to racially lock you into like all elves know a longbow. It doesn't make sense, right? So
maybe Venna's trying to get closer to Arendelle.
Ooh, yeah, there we go. There we go.
He's mine!
You have to do it like this as he stands behind you. So, do you guys want to buy anything here? So, do you want to buy a bow? I'll let you use I'll let you use a short bow, then, if you want to use a short bow. The problem is the prices. He starts quoting the prices to you, and they're real expensive. They're double whatever the cost is, because all the weapons and the items and the taxes being put on. Oh. So, like a short bow is 50 gold.
Oh man,
expensive.
Maybe we'll think about it. And what about the shield? How much is the shield?
We got several types of shields. So here's the thing: in my system, I have a few different shield types. I have like a medium shield. I have the
we have been discussing about this.
Yeah, what type of shield did you want, Gazan? Did you look at some of these different shield types?
Well, I'll take a look at his assortment, but like turn towards the heavier and more bulkier shields, and I come upon the bulwark.
Okay. Yeah, so that is 100 gold. Oh. They have them there. They have them ready. They're in the shop. You know, they have a maker's mark on them, so they know what smithery it comes from. Again, these guys belong. This guy directly doesn't work for the Lynx, but he's like an apprentice guild guy of the Lynx, right? The main blacksmith is busy in the back, like slaving away, and there's a team of apprentices like making stuff.
100 gold is quite steep. You know how many years that could benefit a man?
Aghel says he's looking for a wolf of some kind. There's a reward posted on the board.
Oh, it's the one back in north from Vinstrand, isn't it?
You say it's hanging around up north there.
Yes, we are turning to that in a couple of days.
Yes. Apparently there's
what about the smaller shields here?
Smaller shield? Like a medium shield?
Yeah.
$20 gold.
20? I look to Vanna.
The bulwark is like this huge metal cast iron thing that almost goes up to your It covers almost. You're quite a large person, Gazan, but it almost comes up to your shoulder. You know, if you crouch down a little bit, like you're totally concealed by the bulwark. The medium shield is something that just covers like half, like a part of your body. You know,
Yeah.
but your legs and your head and certain parts of you are still exposed.
20 gold is still quite steep. I will not take up too much of your time, so let's just see, what have you got assortment? Maybe something curved, like a... What are those things called? A scimitar?
Scimitar?
How do you say it?
Yes, scimitar.
Here we go again, Arendelle.
I kind of just whispered to Gazan though. I'm just like, hey, maybe we could, for the shield, maybe I could persuade them into a lower price. Little haggling?
Haggle with what? I have my knife.
Well, maybe we can
No, you don't mean that. I'm not doing that.
Not that. Calm down. It's just talking and just using our voices to maybe persuade them that we want, that they should give us a lower price in it.
I have many charms, but I don't think it would aid us here, and it would just be bad for us. I disagree with your idea here.
Okay. Just
The
trying to get a
scimitar
little...
is 50.
Fifth! We're leaving. Bye.
What's the name of this town again?
High Pass. It's on the map. It's on the lower left side of the map. Across the sea is where Kazan is from, and Windstrand's west of here.
This man knows a little too much.
Well, what do you guys do? I'm going to say you guys did I go back? So we're now back with Victoria, Karma, and Arendelle. I'm assuming if you guys are done, you just meet back up somewhere.
Well, Arendelle was speaking with the shopkeep. Oh, sorry, Kazan, do you want to go first? You still
No, that's fine.
Victoria wants to try to see if she can, while the shopkeep is kind of distracted, if she can find if she sees the collar or the rod that we sold.
You do not.
Okay.
Victoria, you make the assumption though, like you're well read, like you grew up in the palace or in the Citadel, reading the books from the maesters there, and the Archmage Cryptius was maybe at one time or another your tutor, who tried to unlock your magic within inside of you. That you assume though that the collars they're the Link's property. They're not meant to be held by someone who's not a Link, who doesn't deal in the slave trade.
Okay.
So unfortunately, you did sell something of value, and it is what it is.
Okay. I'm going to use my magical awareness.
Okay.
Which I open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of my next turn, I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover. When I sense a spell, I can learn the school of magic. So basically, I cast Detect Magic for 1 round.
On what are you trying to look at, or what are you trying to do?
She's just not giving up on these collars. She's trying to see if she can get that magical signature. Probably not, but she's just trying to see if there's anything magical that might be what she's looking for in this area.
Make an investigation roll with advantage. The DC's 20.
Mm-hmm.
As you use your ability.
Oh.
I like to give the advantage and stuff like that to when you guys are doing rolls like this, especially if you use abilities and things like that. That's where you can get advantage on things, and that's kind of the way I do it as a DM.
Nope, that was 9 and 14.
Okay, I didn't see the roll pop up in my log, so I might have to refresh it. So yeah, you keen out, you try to sense out with your magic, kind of like what Vena does, is you like sense out a little bit, trying to tame your wild magic. Roll a d20 as you use an ability, tapping into magic as the waystone has not been sent. If you roll a natural 1, a wild magic surge happens.
Hell yeah. Roll.
Let me refresh my log to see if your rolls are popping up.
Okay.
They are not. So you might have to toggle it to roll to everyone.
Okay, I'm just going to do a d20 roll just to see. Hold on. I'm sending one just to you. Did it come through?
I don't see it. No.
I don't see it.
Denied.
Y'all would see it, right?
Well, D&D Beyond is a little buggy sometimes, so it's okay if you just tell me the roll. So, what do you guys decide to do? So you try to sense the collars. You look around as much as you can as Arundel is talking with the shopkeep, and unfortunately, you don't find them
Damn.
with the madame.
Go grab Karma, kind of pull her off to the side. What do we do?
Can I talk to you outside?
You
What?
guys go outside.
Can I talk to you outside, Victoria? I've got a plan.
Of course. Go outside with Karma.
Do you go outside, Arundel?
She didn't grab my attention, so I'm still in conversation with the madame.
Splitting the party.
That was also part of my plan.
I see.
I get the impression this lady has probably killed people in the past.
I think everyone's probably killed someone at this point.
Bear with me. What if we take the place of the shopkeeper?
What?
People are going to come into this establishment to do business, right? Just as Arundel did.
Oh, right.
The shopkeeper is away. And someone is working the desk. They can do an exchanging of wares. And then the best part of this is, after that exchanging of wares is done, the customer leaves happy, we get our product, they get their money. The shop inevitably maybe goes away because there's no one to run it anymore. Just an idea.
Oh, all right. Interesting idea. I am concerned with the consequences of that. I feel like with our previous objective, we had a pretty clear reasoning for it, for everyone involved.
What makes her any better than the man enslaving Gazon?
Oh, nothing.
Two birds, one stone. Two birds, one spell.
What exactly do you have in mind here?
Well, just a few cantrips, probably, but...
But we can't keep this up for long. Someone would find out.
Of course. We take care of her. She's probably slaughtered people who it was not time to die yet, which I have quite a few things to say about, but I can take care of that here now.
What is your reasoning?
As he says that, Victoria, like your High Pass is still pretty populated, right? Even though it's under Orcus occupation, with about, let's say, 200 orcs. You know, a small battalion of orcs, what you want to call it, a century of orcs. You see a group of orcs march. You hear a group of orcs marching by, though, right?
Perhaps this isn't the best idea.
I think it's got its holes in it, but getting those collars, we're going to have to do one of two things. We're going to have to purchase a slave, which we've got our own more dilemmas there. We're going to have to jump somebody who owns a slave, or we're going to have to slaughter somebody who owns a slave, or we could slaughter a lady who deals in slaves. Or we could break in to the mansion and just kill him outright.
I worry. Whatever we do, there's going to be a consequence. And what I don't want to happen is that our mutual friend who's currently in chains is the one that's going to pay that price. That's what I want to avoid.
Oh no, there's consequences no matter what we do here. I think honestly, I am honestly probably being haunted right now, so like,
By who?
I pretended to be Aghel's personal assistant, Victoria.
Did you tell me this?
I did. I told you this
Oh shit!
a few minutes ago.
That's right. I forgot you told me. All right. Hello, Karma.
I told his commander I was his personal assistant. He threw me in the fight pits. I had to kill some slaves. All right. So a few more lives today, if it does what needs to be done.
Wait, we should be approaching this.
I'm just tossing ideas out there.
All right,
You can counter offer me.
Okay, look. Not exactly a huge fan of Kazan's owner for multiple reasons.
Okay.
He's the only one I'm gunning for specific reasons. I'm not sure how I feel about shutting down her. I don't know who she is. I don't think. Look, yeah, she's probably dealt with slaves and she's probably had to do some bad things, but I think we've all had to do bad things considering what's happened here, Karma.
I see there is a dilemma here. That when you put it that way and you look at it through an open door rather than like a stained glass window, I suppose I'm in the wrong here.
And Victoria, you're shaking still a little bit from casting that magic inside.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you try to do, you know, there's going to be risk. You know, if you start using magic or releasing the inner fire within you, there's a chance that something random could happen.
If we don't kill her?
But
We bind and gag her?
what's your end game with this?
We pretend to run the shop. Someone comes in and sells us some stuff that belongs to the Lynx.
Karma, that could be months.
Oh. Well, I guess in that slave trade happens here a lot. And I'm just like pointing to all the activity in the city.
Let's go back to Venna and Gazan. What are you guys doing? You guys don't buy anything. You just say, "Hey, I'm getting up. I'm leaving." You guys
we
are
just
walking.
stormed down after not knowing those prices.
You guys are
And then
walking
I
through
turned
the
to
street.
Vanna.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still have some wares I need to sell, but I don't think we're gonna get any weapons in this city.
Oh, now
I
these
barely
prices.
have above 50 of my own possessions.
Gazan, you check your pockets, I think. If I'm not mistaken, you took the pendant of the Tanner?
I did.
Someone did, yeah. Sorry about that. I'll shut up.
That's fine. So, you want to go somewhere?
You said you have,
I was looking.
you said you
Yeah.
have something else to go.
Yeah, you see, I have a theory that these shark teeth could be used from some potions of some kind. I'm not sure what, but maybe an experienced alchemist would know something.
Yeah, we'll run all of our errands right now. Why not? We're we're just traveling around town. Let's go see what the shark tooth can do. As I'm
You
just trying
sound
to
like you
distract
have
him.
an ulterior motive here.
No, I'm just trying to. I've never been here before, or haven't been here in a while. I don't remember, but I haven't been here before, and like I just wanted to see the town, to see what it has. Maybe we'll pass something that I want to stop at. Window shopping.
It's quite pleasant here, as long as you don't look up at the corpses and the filthy streets and the beggars and the orcs coming everywhere you walk. And
Yeah, but they don't bother me much. So
yeah, but it's a nice town otherwise. The plants are growing.
You guys have been here a day, right?
Yeah.
As Gazan points up to the bodies on the ramparts, or he just points it, you see it casually. An orc is carrying a body. You guys both can make perception rolls. The body is badly beaten.
Okay, here we go.
It's like blue, but the necrosis is starting to set in, right?
Do I do it with my plus?
Yeah, just roll it with your modifier, right? As a perception roll.
Okay.
I'll say the DC is 15.
Hello?
Feel free to roll with advantage if you want.
Oh shit! I didn't do that.
Hello? It's not
Should've.
letting me.
I see Vena rolls a 3.
Why is it
Yeah.
not letting me roll it?
Well,
What the
6
fuck?
with my +3.
Because
What's
your
your-
It
destiny
is.
is to fail.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a d20 and +2 to that.
Happy New Year, everybody. D&D Beyond is really
Okay, 12.
So I said the DC's 15. You can't quite see it. The orc walks, by, and it's the body of a man. He's kind of rotund. He's stripped naked, and he's being taken to the ramparts to be strung up. Another fresh slave, perhaps.
Is he fat?
Yeah. Do you take a look at who he is a little bit more?
I have a bad feeling about this. Yes, I'm gonna follow him as he is walking away. Well, the body.
It looks maybe someone you know.
God damn it.
Is that? That's not Pete, is it? Okay, Vanna, look. Is that?
I can't really see. I have to. Maybe we should get closer? Is it safe to get closer?
Best not to ask. Best. We didn't see anything here. Where's the group?
No, well,
And you-
no. We don't go to the group.
What
Go
do you do?
ahead, DM.
Vena?
So Gazan wants to go to the group.
I don't want to spend any.
Gazan, the body is being taken to a spot where Karma kind of went through to the main entrance of High Pass. So it's going up the ramparts to where they hang out all the bodies, right? And you look down the main street and you see the castle of High Pass, right? Which is the citadel.
Gazan, maybe we should just.
There's moss and ivory that creep up the bulwark walls of the ancient castle, right? As you looked up the street. So these orcs must have come from the castle with this body, right? And the stone has stood for generations as it stands strong now against the wind, rain, and siege alike. Its banner is now that of the darkness, and it's garrisoned with dozens of orcs across the battlements to prevent any would-be upstart.
Half-filled goblet. That's the tavern he was going to.
Maybe we could just sneak and follow a little bit and see where they're headed.
I'm not gonna get anywhere close to that. Either we find the alchemist or we go back to the group. I don't want to be out here alone for much longer. This worries me.
Let's find the alchemist.
Okay.
You go up to like a person on the street who kind of can even read and write, who even maybe like looks of any repute at all. The alchemist is down by the way. It's called the Velvet Journey.
Oh, thank you. Here's have a silver.
She can titillate all your tastes and sensations. She looks over at Vena. Because, Gazan is a slave, and then she walks off as you hand her a silver. Ooh, a slave-owning coin. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Let's just move on.
Okay.
You guys meet up with the rest of the group as Victoria and Karma are outside. Gazan is kind of hard to miss as he's a giant dragonborn. What color are you again, Gazan?
Well, brass, but she's not shiny anymore, but she was when they first met.
I mean, Lord Cornyn's not a crude man. You can still take a bath, right?
Yeah, but she hasn't taken a bath in a little over a day now.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to miss him, though, as the thunderous steps. It's kind of mismatched against yours, Vena, across the cobble street roads of High Pass. And
You know,
right
it's nearly
outside
been
the-
3 days. Huh.
Oh, hello.
Greetings.
Hello.
I kind of just mumble under my breath to Victoria as I kind of like lean like away from Gazan. I'm like, did you guys get what you needed?
She doesn't have it.
Fresh out.
Mm-mm.
What are we all meeting up here for?
Oh,
What?
we
Wait, what
taking
if
in.
Aridel?
Yeah,
He's not
doing business,
Oh,
buying things.
fair
selling
enough.
stuff.
Well, I will
I
be
just,
excused, and I walk
it's
inside.
just before she walks inside, I'm walking out and I'm not looking up before I walk out, so I don't see Gazan. So I'm just like, unfortunately, she doesn't have.
I turn over to Vanna again. You know, maybe it's not good that I buy anything. It only
No?
just occurred to me I will not be buying anything.
You should take a second look, maybe.
I don't think it's safe for me to do such a thing. I think one of you had to do it for me. There's too many questions.
I look over at a window, like a building next to us, and I'm just like, Victoria, Karma, look at that. Do you guys want to come over here for a second and just like, it's like window shopping?
Oh yes, I love window shopping.
Yeah. Like, can you guys come window
I
shopping?
love looking
for
at
a second?
windows.
Are you purposely ignoring me?
No, Kazan, you said you don't want to shop, and I understand that. I think you should just stay here just for a second. I just want to go look at this other thing in the window, and then you just stay right here because you're right. It's safe for you just to stay here while we go window shop for a second.
I just sit down on like the porch, or well, the steps leading up to the shop.
I'm just leaning up against the wall next to her. I don't even make eye contact with Gazan. I'm just like,
As Arundel stares off into like somewhere else, he looks and sees a sewer drain, reminded of the missing Tanner's wife.
I think we should think of another plan.
I agree. I think I was wrong. I will not suggest killing anybody else today.
Shopping went horrible.
I hope.
Couldn't buy anything. Everything was too expensive. Gazan didn't bite. I couldn't bring him to the, or bring her to the arena.
Why?
It was a failure. We saw a man.
What, man?
A man?
We saw a naked man. I couldn't really see what we saw, but Gazan was suspicious that it might have been Pete.
Pete?
I turn my gaze over as he
Stop.
Shush.
Pete.
But isn't Pete under the service of Lord Corn?
Yes, it was a slave being drug up by a goblin, maybe?
Oh, if it was a goblin dragon, it wasn't Pete.
Wait, I forgot who it was. Sorry.
Probably an
it was
orc.
an orc.
An orc, thank you.
Oh, then it's possible.
There was a man we couldn't really see,
Small goblin.
but there was that suspicion of an overweight naked man.
Right, maybe we should just put a pin in this whole Corn thing for now. Just for now. Because that might be a sign of something bad coming.
Right.
No, yeah. Pin is in it.
All right, let's go back at casual. You don't know anything.
Is that alright?
By the way, Arundel, I think we saw Pete. His corpse was taken down from the wall.
Damn, really?
Your guess is as good as mine, but I
That idea.
think we should just lay low for a little while here.
But is that something that we should be concerned about, though? Because, actually, Gazan, you would know. Pete is under the employment of Lord Corrin, is he not?
He does deal with Lord Corrin primarily, but I don't know if he has any other contacts. Maybe he ran into somebody at the tavern who had it out for him. It's not in my place to say.
Are we gonna do anything about this?
What can we do? Find the. I don't think we should even chase this lead.
We can just do nothing. Find out what's
Doing
happening.
nothing is what will keep us alive.
Doing nothing is
do
what led to
so.
all this. And I throw out my hand across the city.
I do so hate you.
You're talking to a slave and asking the input of a slave.
A slave whose opinion I respect, Gazan.
She actually just averts her eyes like that. No comeback.
Would you still have that dog with us?
Oh, dog.
Okay, so Vena's gonna go let out the dog.
Would
Be right back.
Okay.
would you ever want to be free, Gazon?
I don't know. I had told you I don't know what I would do with my own freedom. I
But
don't
if it
trust my
was ever
own.
possible, would you ever want to be?
What would I do when I was free? She leans back and stares up at the sky. It's easy to slip into a state of mind where you just have to please somebody. I have come to terms with that. I don't know. Should I? Should I even strive for my own freedom at this point? I will take that as a no.
I mean, the choice is yours, right? It's no one else's.
The choice is mine. Ah, yes, let me just walk back and stab my master in the neck.
What's stopping you?
Genuinely would be that easy. If he's dead, he has no control.
Yes, but I would be a martyr. I would fucking die with him.
Just run
What?
fast.
Well, even if you were to survive, what would happen to you?
I would probably flee the city and never come back.
You're telling me
That sounds like a better plan than what we have right now, so
I'm gonna kick Arendelle.
what? Oh,
You telling me you have a plan?
no.
No, never.
Are you sure about this, Arendelle?
so apologies. The infectious disease known as no, I give up. I just genuinely don't feel like talking about it because women scare me, especially that one. I just point towards Carmen.
She has an odd obsession, I will admit, but she is clever. I believe we should just lay low, do our task, and get a move on. Let's
What is
not chase any leads that will lead to sudden death, or even killing my master.
Could
You
always
don't
find
seem
us out.
convinced.
Convinced of what?
Convinced that it's a good idea. There are plenty of masters. A slave master is here. What is one when there's hundreds of them in this city?
That one has you, does he not?
He does. But he also supplies food and the roof over my head.
That's something that we can provide as well without a collar around your throat.
No. I don't believe any of you own any houses. At least,
Beg
to my
pardon?
knowledge, you were kicked out of yours not so long ago, weren't you?
I have a very nice hut.
I don't mean any ill will by it, but you see my point, don't you?
I think we can provide more safety than your current master, considering he insists on sending you into combat without any gear.
That is a fair assessment. But I don't think death is the right choice of action here.
I agree.
I mean, he's quite small. It'd be very easy for someone to wrap their hands around his very small throat and just kind of.
Maybe we could, if you really want to, like, go in that direction, maybe we could just give him a little push.
I'm curious, Kazan. Not that I'm saying that we are, because we absolutely are not in any way, shape, or form. If someone was plotting to harm your master, not that we know anything about that, would you be obligated to have to say something about that?
Not if I knew it would work. Because then I would be free. I would never get rid of this. However, I could probably burn it off. Carve it off. Not like I have a pretty face anyway.
Gazon, does your master prefer men or women?
Uh, why I haven't asked.
Arendelle was interested.
Beg
He's in.
pardon?
Oh, I didn't take you for that kind of guy, Arendelle, and like nudge you with an
No,
elbow.
What did I miss?
we'll probably call it a morbid curiosity.
I'd sooner castrate myself.
I'm gonna put a hand on Karma's shoulder. I know where we can get one. They call the slaves at the docks.
Hmm. That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
We saw them when we ported.
Have you guys tried and asked for a price? I'm just curious. Like, if you really want to go there. It seems like you've been pondering on this one for some time.
Victoria, do you remember what the guy said in the bar?
200 ahead.
That's right.
I think I'd like to take a stroll by the docks.
I like company.
I just went up with the dog and I'm like, hey guys, what you're talking about?
Again.
We're not admitted to anything, but Gazon has an inkling of what we're thinking. I'd like to go see the dockyard again.
All right.
I take out a shark tooth and like just flick it across the ground.
What is it that we're planning to do today? We're still pretty messed up from the golem fight. We still have to pursue the wife in the sewers, but we probably won't be arrested for that. And potentially might have lost our captain for a ride out of here.
Right now, I think a lot of our answers lie at those docks. The Tanner's wife has been gone for a few days. What's a few more?
Oh,
Yes.
I don't think we
But
can
more
go down there
guaranteed.
today, regardless.
maybe we need to figure out a way out of here first for us.
Yes, we need to look after ourselves first.
Do we try to figure out the... I mean, we're not on an island. We don't necessarily need to go out on a boat, right?
Oh, that's true. Actually, I have a map, and I'm gonna just kind of pat my bag. I do have a map of the surrounding area if we wish to flee by foot.
Did you
if we
buy
or
that?
leave,
Did you buy the map, Victoria?
I did.
50
I bought
gold
it in
one?
Winstrand.
Okay, cool. Victoria, you look at the map, and I mean, you see the Farragon Waves, which is the large river that separates this island. You know, imagine like if California had broken off into the sea, and that's kind of what it probably is. And at the very southern tip of that California is High Pass.
Okay. All right. So maybe just today, scouting, recon, finding a place to sleep, determining what we wish to do in the morning.
Victoria, you just want to wait another day, and what might happen to the Tanner's wife? If this matter seemed to be kind of urgent, what if someone you cared about was missing for a day? You still have your hit dice, right?
No.
You're all out of hit dice?
Let me double check. I think I've been out. Oh, I've
Yeah.
3.
3 because you were level 4 because we leveled up last game. Your hit dice don't reset, but you should have at least 4 hit dice then, because you gain hit dice when you level up.
I have 3 because I burned most of them during our last encounter because I got pretty beat up. I think
so you have-
Arendelle's out
I
of
didn't-
spells and health.
Actually, I didn't use any of my hit dice, and I still have all my spells because I leveled up.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm just gonna make a quick roll real quick before I forget.
So I suppose, do we want to go down the sewers and try to track down the Tanner's wife tonight? Or wait until we have a chance to rest?
I feel like what are our other options? Our other plan had... Wait. Are we in front of these guys or are we at the... Where are we right now?
You tell me.
We're still outside the shop.
I think first
We're
things
just
first.
walking. We're just walking aimlessly in the street. You guys are kind of all over the place. Do you guys want to go to the docks, or you guys don't want to go to the docks?
After resting and that subpar tea, I reckon I could handle a traipse in the sewers if y'all
May
are
I
prepared.
propose a course of action?
Yes.
I could say a prayer of augury and ask for some celestial guidance on the best course of action. It's not. Results may vary.
Oh joy, can't wait to see what God's
I agree.
inconsistent answer is going to be to whatever question you may have, God.
I
Think
feel
of it like a
at
tarot
the
card
first-
reading.
I will say, I do have a feeling burning in my stomach that if we wait to go after the wife, she may be in a bad situation. Just a gut feeling, you know.
I was thinking the
This
same
one's
exact
gonna
thing,
be
Victoria. Like maybe we should just go, at least go try for that. And I mean,
Actually,
what's it gonna harm us?
that's true. And one thing I actually forgot about was if we succeed on this, Arendelle, you and I can get our bronze bowl that we need.
My fellow
crazy.
companions, you are forgetting the following. We are in the sewers. It's probably not healthy for you at all. Now, a paladin such as I will be immune. But not the rest of you.
I think we
Man, we
will.
gotta buy masks.
It's not about the stench of the air.
I have a few I can lend.
It's about the diseases that a wizard so tirelessly tries to avoid.
I mean, I've done my fair share of mucking around. I'm not too concerned, personally.
You can always pin up your dress.
Oh, I was actually planning on changing. I have quite a few outfits, actually.
Honestly, bring the clothes you don't want to use anymore once we go down there.
That's true. I'm actually going to find a place to change because I don't like the ways orcs keep looking at me. I'm gonna find
While
like
me and Gazan was gone, did you guys buy more outfits or?
Oh, I bought some in
You didn't
Halifax.
get the opportunity to.
No, we didn't get a chance to.
No. I thought that was the main thing, but you didn't get an outfit. That's fine.
We hit some snags in the road.
Touche, me too.
Some moral dilemmas.
Also, Karma, I do have some extra clothes, although they might be too big for you. Maybe I'll make something out of it.
Sure, I can manage.
Okay, I think Victoria is gonna try to find somewhere she can change. I don't know if there's like a room in the Velvet Journey or a
Just hold my
public
arms up.
outhouse or something. Huh?
Just hold my arms up, and I'm like, like at least like you have a cloak. I can just like hold your cloak
Yeah,
up.
we've all done it once in the quick change in the parking lot. Just hold up a towel.
Yeah, exactly. Gym class, whatever.
Did you want to? I mean, technically, do you want to pay for the end, or you want to go into the alleyway and let Venna do that?
I guess, do we just want to get an in room real quick, and then we can prepare for whatever we need to do to go down?
How much is it?
1
know.
silver piece a night.
Oh, let's just get a room.
Per person, of course.
Oh, per person.
room.
Per person, per room.
I'm sure there's a bathroom. We could just get a room and share it. Are we sleeping there? It's daytime, right?
We'll just have a place to crash for the evening if we end up getting late. While we secure lodgings, do what we need to prepare, and then we can start our expedition before the night gets too long.
Gazan makes an insight roll as you guys start talking about sleeping places.
Okay.
The DC is 10.
Now if I could roll this, that would be nice. I'm not sure why it won't let me.
Do you want me to roll for you?
It should be fine. Oh, okay. Apparently it's changed? Okay. Everyone roll. Okay, there we
There you
are.
go, bud. You know that
15.
Lord... Yeah, you know Lord Corrin has a lot of rooms in his mansion as well.
Oh, how convenient.
We
I
should say
would
that.
much rather sleep in my own room. No offense, ladies. So yes,
So,
I would
Me
say
too.
would you guys prefer staying at Corin's house, or would you rather find some place of your own?
I mean, if
that would
he's
make
gonna
sense.
oblige, we
He's
would be
offering.
fools to deny.
Definitely stay there, obviously.
Would
But
make
like
everything
Arendelle, you said
seem
you want your own room.
indeed. It'd
You don't
also
want.
be more convenient for me.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Karma, are you
What is
okay?
that?
Wrong campaign, yo.
That was amazing. Arendelle, you wouldn't want company?
I don't think he prefers
Not
us.
sure. As individuals, I barely know you.
Indeed.
And yet now we're gonna go
Um,
spelunking together. What a bonding opportunity.
Never met him.
That's what I was
ever.
thinking.
All
I
right,
will admit I've been
Perhaps-
growing quite fond of every one of you. Feels like I have friends again. It's a
Perhaps we
nice
should
feeling.
know each other for more than, say, 4 days before we make such advances.
Well, we could be friends.
Do you have to sleep in the same bed?
I trust you not to stab me in the back.
Or the front?
You just slowly turn to Victoria. I got nothing. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Alright, so are we done probing about my personal life, or are we going to...
Oh, we never even prodded your
Oh
personal
yeah, we haven't
life.
even started prodding your personal life, but let's go back to our room. Let's go find a room. Let's start heading over to the manor.
Doubt
We're both-
anything could make it through with the perfect
Concerning.
party, you know.
Do we want to go to the manor or the inn?
manor.
So
think Corin's
definitely a
manor.
manor.
All right.
Arendelle,
Oh,
we're
no,
both
it's-
elves. We could just bunk together.
It's the... We are elves, but we are of different races, I'll have you know.
Oh, I'm sorry that you're being
Oh, you're not into
raised-
interracial?
More like subracial, but you get the idea. Also, she's younger than me.
Oh yeah, that's a fair
by
point.
days.
Man, Arendelle, it's a real wonder why you're single.
Years.
A couple
A
years.
couple
Only a
of
couple of years.
100 years.
Age is just a number.
Beg pardon?
We're walking such a fine line, everyone.
When you and elves get involved, things get weird.
New karma model. Oh yeah.
Hi.
By the sage, I need more guy friends.
Well, I would like a squire.
A slave squire. Interesting.
No, I will not be getting a slave.
How else you can
I
get
was
it?
referring to you being a slave with us.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe when I get freed, you put some.
Also,
I
you're
don't
planning
even
on
know if
being
I should. You guys make me wishful think. Let's just catch some sleep soon.
Well, we'll first change, then delve into a sewer, then we can get some sleep and talk about the future.
Oh man, guys, can you imagine we're gonna have to overnight in the sewer?
Joy.
Let's hope not.
Gargoyles glare stonily down from the pitched roof of the stately structure, signaling this place is protected by dark forces. Even if the statues don't spring to life, tall, narrow windows give the impression of a hauteur, and the great crimson entry doors bear iron bracing, painted in a glossy black, fashioned to look like thorny vines. It is the Lord Corn's Manor, or House Dorrington, as it used to be called, Victoria. And as you
Was that
come as you come closer to it, Victoria, like you have a memory of your childhood friend playing out in the front yard. The
Dorrington,
guard,
is that the
yeah.
family name, or is that just the estate name?
the family name / estate name, right? I don't know. Is there a difference, Victoria?
Oh, no, it's not
I mean,
changing.
just saying,
I'll change it in my
if-
backstory then.
Okay.
If Victoria has lived here, she'd know where the master bedroom is. Just saying.
That is true.
Just saying.
As would
Victoria
I.
does know. It's been a long time, Victoria, since you've been here, but you did come to see Lord Corn up in his, room or in the study, I want to say, where he hosts a lot of guests. You don't remember, but you remember the master bedroom. It's like trying to remember an old childhood friend's home, right?
Yeah.
From a long time ago. It's not doesn't easily come to mind sometimes. You just remember that it's upstairs. But which door
Yeah,
to the
but a
left?
study, but not the room.
Yeah, exactly. And as you approach, the guard says, "Halt!
Okay.
Oh, it's you, Kazan.
Mm.
What are you doing here?"
Well, we've been coming to leave off some things, and then we'll be traveling out. We got some tasks to do here in the city.
Aye. He nods and acknowledges you and your friends to come in.
Wonderful.
Do you guys want to start snooping around in the building, or are we just going to drop off our stuff and go to the sewers?
I think find our rooms. Victoria's gonna change out of her dress into her travel clothes.
Okay. There is a dragonborn head slave as well, Kazan. She kind of shows you around. She escorts you through, as you say you want to go through. There's all kinds of movement in here. There's other guards and people. Lord Corrin is nowhere to be seen. She takes
Okay.
you to your room, and Victoria changes out. And if you guys need to, you guys have already gone through a short rest. But if you want to be technical about it, you have a short rest in the room, right? And if you need to do anything, and you change or leave whatever items you want to leave here, or take whatever items you want to go, and I guess we're heading to the sewers. Now, there's manholes and things all over the city, but the sewer system must be pretty extensive. So, where and how are we entering the sewers, or we're just opening up a manhole and jumping through?
You said we got our short rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled a hit dice. I'm
Okay,
back up to full
so
HP.
during that time, Arundel is going to, in his room, lock his door and clear out a space in the center of the room so he can begin a process into which he snaps his finger and a quill appears. And his book also manifests in front of him. It flips to a blank page as he pulls out a scroll and he begins to transcribe the information of said scroll into his book as he's going to place the scroll of charmed person into a spell list. This is a process that will take 2 minutes due to my class's ability. I require no ink. It makes its own ink, and it just takes 2 minutes per spell level.
Does the Arcana roll need to be rolled?
It doesn't say anything about needing to make a roll or anything. It just states that it does not require ink. It produces any ink of any color that I need. It's 2 minutes per spell level, and I can erase anything that I've written in this book with the quill by just waving it over. That's all it says.
And then you need to make the Arcana roll. The Arcana roll is DC 11.
Sure.
It's 10 plus the spell level.
Sure. Is that a homebrew thing?
Nope.
That's an actual thing? Okay. I mean, I'm fine with that.
Is that a 6E thing?
No,
That's
it's
a
not.
double.
It's a
Double the requirement.
It is, you have to have magical, for wizards, they have to have the magical bending ink, which is 50 gold pieces cost per spell level of ink. And then they need to scribe it over, which requires a successful Arcana roll. If they copy out of another spell book, the spell scroll is not used or rendered useless. As you're casting the spell, you lock the door and so forth like that. Do we want to ask the Dragonborn woman anything? Sort of like the head slave of the house, maybe?
Oh, I would.
What do you want to ask, Victoria?
Well, I'm sorry, what is your name?
Thedia.
Lydia?
Thedia.
Lydia?
Oh.
She's a Dragonborn, so her name is kind of unusual.
What?
Aria.
Is Master Corrin in?
He's busy at the moment. But he is in.
Does this have anything to... Not, please, I do not wish to divulge any private information, but does this maybe have to do with one of his employees?
I don't know.
Oh, very well. You guys kind of turn to whoever's nearby and... Should we tell him about what you guys saw on the wall?
I don't think it's a good idea to do it while he's working officially on the matter.
Right. Oh, Lydia, this is a beautiful manor. Can you tell me anything about it?
It's very nice. Sometimes, well, the orcs come by and they make a mess. And that's not good.
Of course.
They're not used to such fine things. Silverware and so forth. They just eat things with their hands.
Of course. Yeah, Victoria just will go to her room to get changed, just thinking about how angry the previous lady of the house would be at that news of guests eating with their hands without her beloved silverware.
Well, not just that. Maybe they orcs and things like they like to leave like rubbish and graffiti. They destroy things. It's kind of like they go into a hotel room and just toss the fucking place just for the fun of it.
If I see
Destroying
any
things.
If I see any graffiti like that, as I'm walking down the halls, I'm just gonna be prestidigitation. Just cleaning it off the best I can.
Fortunately, Corin, you don't see that really so much, but there's large statues, ornate things, polished things. Lord Corin has made himself quite at home in the former... Let's load up the encounter, I guess.
Was the scroll destroyed?
The scroll is destroyed, yes.
Well, yeah, as we leave, I will just tell Lydia, oh man, can't even
Lydia?
pronounce the name.
Your name isn't any easier, Kazan.
That's true. We will be leaving, so do not prepare food for us.
Well,
We will probably be gone for
supper.
the rest of the day.
I will let Lord Corn know. Where will you be?
Probably on the ground. We will probably be needing a bath once we get back up.
Oh, okay.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. You hear like the faint music, of the house in here, Victoria, but people are like walking around, like there's guards and things like that. As they escort you upstairs, like you see like in a waiting room almost some lowlifes. It's the best word for it, 3 or 4 of them in there talking amongst themselves. Make a perception roll, Victoria, as you're kind of asking questions and things, right? Looking around the house, looking for familiarities. You don't quite pinpoint where Lord Corin would be sleeping at.
And
No, you can't overhear them. And, Phidia is trying to make sure she just escorts you. She doesn't want you to get off the path so much.
sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna stray from it.
You guys go outside, and we're back outside, right? Or do we want to ask Phidia any other questions? There's a mean-looking, I want to say, guard as you guys enter and exit. He, takes notice of anybody entering and exiting the house as well.
Do you get guests often?
All the time. Lord Corin, there's many guests. I think we even have one from Husad here.
Oh.
Yes, it's quite unusual, but, the way things are.
And do we ever get blessed with his presence?
Whose presence?
The Lord's, of
Lord Corin?
course.
You just have to wait your turn, I suppose. He's pretty booked for the rest of the day, but maybe tomorrow.
Absolutely would love a meeting with him.
I think so, and if I'm not mistaken, he did want to speak to you, Kazan.
I say,
Maybe when you come back tomorrow.
I will be there. If you see him, tell him I will be there.
I will. You pass by like other suits of armor, Kazan, as you exit. They're like ornamentation, like presentations. Like grand statues, mirrors, and as you pass through the exit way, you look into the mirror and you see the slave marking that you have, right?
Yeah. I'll turn and ignore myself.
You're like dressed in almost like rags, and you're surrounded by all this opulence.
Yep.
Did you ever have a time in your life where you had so much and now you have so little?
Well, yes. Twice, probably, in her life. First when she was a young little squire herself, thinking the entire world was around her. But then she grew up and probably got jaded. Fled, got an inn. That was probably like her next biggest like state of being. But now she has nothing. Not even her old items. All she has is coin to her name.
Venna, this place isn't like the woods. It's well kept, dusted. The prestigitation, they must have their own maesters here as well, keeping this place mended. Looks nice. Too nice, right? There's large chandeliers of a great hallway coming through. Doesn't remind you of the forest back home. What do you think, Venna?
Biden just looks around uneasily and just doesn't really know where to put her hands. She's like, I don't belong here. And she's kind of like fidgety. And she kind of just like nudges over to Victoria because Victoria feels comfortable here. So she wants to like get that comfort off of her. So she kind of like goes near Victoria and she's like, what do I do here?
Sure. This house was a place of learning, research, poetry. The sound of whips and irons should never be heard in this house.
Yeah. It does sound medieval, but this luxurious surroundings shouldn't have all of this barbarian sounds, right?
The family that lived here were good people. They were scholars and academics.
I've moved you in initially so you could see the chandelier as well that I'm talking about. And you see the man to the left, and there are the mirrors right here, Gazan. They're on either side of the exit and entranceway. You know, you have a mirror by your entranceway, so you look presentable before you see Lord Corrin.
Mm-hmm.
As presentable as you can be.
Yep.
Technically, all Victoria's sounds are barbarian sounds. Good old Zoom chat, Chestnut. Karma, what do you... Yeah, I guess we can go. Do you guys... we go back out into the street, right? Or does anybody else want to say or do anything while we're here?
I'm just making a mental map of the places I've been and the buildings so far so I can remember, just in case.
Sure. Do you have the keen mind feat?
No.
Okay. Just got to rely on good old noggin.
I mean, my brain's big enough to house a 20 intelligence, so I mean...
Big brain time.
Big brain.
Cool. You guys go back out into the noisy street of High Pass. This isn't as noisy as certain other streets. We're in like a ritzy part of the neighborhood, right, Victoria? There's got to be other manors and nobilities. Strangely enough, Victoria, you see one that's been worn down. Is it someone you knew? Like it's abandoned.
Like the estate is abandoned?
Yeah, there's like one on the street that's abandoned. Imagine this like nice manor. The front grass is like overgrown. No garden, gardening being tended to, right? And what do you think?
I think that this whole time moving through this house and this neighborhood, and then Victoria's just been like holding back the rage the entire time. Every time she sees just the absolute disrespect that this current owner has on the memory of the family that was here. These people that she knew and very well respected, that were the pillars of the community here. And then just stepping out and looking up and seeing, she probably didn't know the family well, or knew by name but not personally, but seeing that to her is like this abandoned house is kind of a cosmic slap in the face, as it's pretty on the nose for how she's feeling about her responsibility and what she's done, with everything falling apart, falling into disrepair, not knowing what to do to fix it. And here's this run down, worn down, overgrown home. Because
you
the
look at
caretaker
like part
left.
of the roof has got to be like just caved in. No one has even taken over it to repair it. It's beyond like even a fixer-up status, so the orcs don't even care.
Yeah.
Karma and his pyromaniac attitude says we could probably burn that. Right? But Victoria, I was
Is
thinking,
Victoria growing noticeably uneasy?
well, I think like when you were in the privacy of your own room, Victoria, and you were like buttoning up your new clothes, like as you put the last button on, you flinch a little bit in the mirror as you hear like a whip sound, right? And that's kind of what you're channeling a little bit. In the rage that you were holding back, like it takes a lot, but you feel like that unsteady easement, and you try to, you take a deep breath and calm yourself down so you don't maybe destroy something.
Yeah, and I think the whole time, like she's even getting dressed, having to remove the big heavy Victorian dress, and she changes into traveling clothes, which is just like plain brown pants and very simple blouse. That whole time, there's a moment where if there's a mirror in the room, she's looking at that mirror, and she sees her own reflection, and she is completely covered in scars, all over across her back and her arms. These are all things that are hidden under her fancy attire. But that's that moment where she's looking at herself, she sees these old wounds of hers, and then hearing that crack of the whip, she just continues to cover it all up, conceal it. And then she takes a moment to recompose herself, looking at her angry face in the mirror before she... All right. Steps outside. But every step is she's trying not to kill somebody.
Gazan
Awesome.
also just comes out of her room once everybody is like forming up. Anybody who will like take a quick glance inside of her personal room would just see an assortment of empty bottles across the floor and turned over and all that. And she just walks away.
I'd be the only one who's not with the group right now.
Look at these cool
We're ready
glasses
to move
I found.
on.
You find some glasses, Karma?
What if they let me keep them?
I mean, just keep walking. No one will notice.
You pocket some glasses, Karma? Some spectacles, maybe left on a nearby desk. There's like you do see like, there's got to be bookshelves and things around, right? Like maybe someone did leave their spectacles behind, but anybody who owns a book is just like incredibly wealthy to begin with. And you start to put it together a little bit, Venna. Getting to this guy might be just like a small little halfling guy, but look at the power that this man wields. It's trying to like, think about killing a mayor of a major city or something, right?
Right.
Yeah, but look at the power that we wield.
That's true. The power that you have to tame, Victoria. For if it's
Mm-hmm.
unleashed, it could unreach untold havoc.
Yeah.
We go back out into the street. What do you guys do?
Are we all here?
Yeah, We're out in the street.
All right. Well,
There are several ways we could get into the sewers.
Right?
Where do we want to start?
the Tanner,
Yeah, I'd imagine the townners.
find the nearest manhole and just get this over with.
All right, guys. Here's my thinking.
Yeah?
There's a
we
manhole
check the
nearby,
sink?
probably.
How are you
And
gonna get down the sink?
It's a joke.
the manhole nearby, you guys do that, and then I will travel a little bit further down the way and find another manhole or way to get into the sewer. And I just want to go a little bit ahead and see if like we can meet in the middle to see if like if we spread out a little by myself, then we could reconvene into the middle.
You do realize there are giant beasts down there.
There's a truly horrible idea.
Might be okay. I'll take the puppy with me.
Yeah, maybe you could scare it off. Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
Excuse me. What?
I don't like the idea of splitting the party, but if you have other motives, Anna, then we
I
can
do.
meet up with you. And we can meet up with you down there.
I say we trust her.
Definitely.
Looks like I'm the only one with sense left. All right, well, I'm outnumbered.
What, you could just hand her any weapon or whatever.
Yeah, I offered me a dagger. Gazan offered me the dagger. I have
Here
a
you go.
crossbow. I would take what's the puppy's name, Victoria?
Oh no, hold on. I have the name written down, but I forgot. It's not Mom Duke.
It should be.
Mama Duke. Hilarious.
Wardwin.
But
Don't name it Old Yeller.
It's named after the best bard
Morgwin.
in
Oh, the
entirety
G.
of history.
Gwyn with the G? I spelled that wrong.
Morgwin.
I see.
Morgwyn.
Like Gwent.
Alright, so maybe Venna, why don't you meet up with us down there if you could find a further access point, and if we don't meet up, then we'll meet you back here at the house.
Absolutely.
must you go alone?
I just feel like if maybe she's a little bit further down the way, we can meet up in the middle.
I've never seen you be so concerned about somebody, Arundel. You really have grown soft. It's nice to see.
Okay, you can go alone and die, I guess.
I mean, Airedale, if you don't want me to, I'll stay.
It's more of a concern of whether or not I'm going to have to get a refund for a room or not. But, you know, it's up to you.
Well, you have your own room, so I guess there'll be no refund either way.
True. Do as you wish. Your life is your own.
So Venna heads.
That away, we head to the tavern area. Venna like goes a little bit farther down the way as you see her like scouting out for another manhole. You guys find like in the back alley somewhere. Gazan lifts up the manhole cover. You know, it takes a lot of strength to do it. She pulls it off. Victoria helps her a little bit, and you guys shove it off to the side. The manholes are made of like cast iron. You know, they're not really meant to be moved. And I think Venna's just taken off. So we'll see you next week, Venna.
Thank you. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
I
get some
gotta
rest.
work
Good night.
tomorrow and
Salutes.
It's like,
Take care.
No one's judging.
cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Night, girl.
Peace.
Alright. I'll go first. I'll jump down.
Thought I was ready for this, but I am getting second thoughts.
Oh, we know. It's a bad idea, but let's just get it over with. Time is, after all, money here.
You lift it up, and the inside of the sewer, the manhole, it's dark. You know, as expected to be. Victoria,
Oh,
it's
damn.
pretty dark. Gazan, you have dark vision as a dragonborn.
Indeed.
I'm the only one that doesn't. Anyone
Connor,
got
do you have
light?
dark vision?
Boop. I touch her umbrella and cast the light cantrip.
Swing.
And now any and all residents down here can now see us from a mile away.
I'm sure the manhunter getting yanked off this concrete was a dead giveaway.
Alright, shall we?
Just say.
Well, unless you want me swinging around blind, Arundel.
So I'm just swinging around blind in front of me, probably 10 feet away. Oh, it smells like shit and piss down there.
I wonder
All
why.
right.
I'm gonna also be a nice guy. You guys didn't ask for it, but I'm assuming you probably asked if they had a brass brazier in the house. They did have a brass brazier, and you have your familiars back.
Oh, hell yes.
I'm just
All
helping
right.
out as a DM because
Thank
they
you,
do
DM.
have they do have braziers and things like that there. So you don't have your brass brazier, but you do have your familiars back, which is Matilda and Everest, right?
Alright.
Yep.
I will.
So if you
Cast.
want to summon it or whatever, that's up to you. And let me summon you guys to the board and describe it for you.
Could I have casted her before we left during her short rest? It takes an hour to cast a Find Familiar.
Yeah, you want me to ask add an hour to the timer?
Arundel, do we want our familiars? I think we probably do. That would have taken an hour to summon them.
You guys have been
Sure.
resting for most of the days, like sitting down on the bar, like chatting it up. So you guys aren't like counting against your time, even though it's 6 p.m. right now. We'll say if you guys could probably go for 2 hours before we start rolling on the exhaustion rolls. We want to be hardcore about it.
Don't tempt me.
I have summoned you guys to the board.
Great. Yeah, I would like Matilda, because actually, does Ravens have dark vision?
Well, don't you roll like a d10 or something like that, and Matilda might be some other thing?
Whenever I bring her into existence. So the summoning, and then just every time like I pop her out of the pocket dimension, then I'll.
So we've had the little duck follow you, right?
Yeah, she was a goose last time, but I'm gonna keep her in the pocket dimension for now, and
Okay.
I'll roll next time. I bring her out.
Okay.
Behind me, everyone. I will lead the way.
All right. I'll walk behind. Well, actually, do you
Stay in
want?
the back.
Actually, yeah, maybe I'll stay in the back and protect the flank.
That's a good idea.
Watch it. Is that all right, Kama? Do you want to walk in front of me? Or do you want to be behind me?
I'll be behind you. That's all right.
All right.
The spillway leading from the street level causes fresh filth to froth and churn before trickling down in the storm drain into the gaseous depths of the city below. There is a horrid stench and the promise of disease. Yet you know from the lore and experience of the city that sewers hold their own threats, humanoid and inhuman alike. You walk down, and there appears to be an intersection of some kind. It goes straight left or right.
I'm
Let's
definitely just
split
sticking
up,
my
gang.
head out, just sticking my head out from like the wall and like peering around either side, just making sure nothing is there.
Make a perception roll.
Okay.
Can I give her advantage on that?
Yeah,
Assistant?
for sure. Roll an advantage.
Oh.
Zan. Or use your inspiration like a boss.
I'll do either. Here we are. Okay, roll.
Karma, what do you think about this?
12.
I'm just hoping we remember her name.
12.
Oh, the wife's name.
We don't really need her name so long as we have this. And I just do a little hand trick, and the medallion appears in my hand between two fingers.
Arundel, do you know north, south, west, and east down here?
Afraid I don't have a sun or a compass, so no.
Do we have anything to write on? We would rather not get lost down here, you know?
I tell you what, I have some chalk. How about we mark on the walls?
It'd be a wonderful
Oh.
idea.
No, it could work.
So long as the walls aren't wet.
Just find a solid surface somewhere.
Fish in my bag and produce one of the pieces of chalk I bought before our first adventure. And, I'll find a decent spot and I'll mark an X.
For sure, it's very smart. You mark it across the
Smart
wall.
thinking. So should we
Gazan, you
say
take a
this
look
is?
up and you see like graffiti, right? As you know, you've just chalked something, and there's graffiti written in Draconic.
Draconic, you say?
Yeah, you read Draconic, Gazan?
Yeah.
I do.
Wait, who has been down here and like inspect the wall?
It's like just like swear words and stuff, something like a kid would write.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
And in such a
Well,
noble and ancient language, that's very disappointing.
oh,
Like,
Draconic.
what does it say, Gazan? Does it say something like "fuck off"?
Yeah, it would probably say orcs must die or something like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, that
Something
game is
very
awesome.
discriminatory.
To
Yeah.
answer your question, yes, I happen to know several languages that I am very
Ah,
fluent,
I see. I see.
most of which
Never
your
get
brain
any.
probably couldn't comprehend.
That's true. Well, so let's say down here and like put forwards. That is north. We came from south. So where we want to go?
So I'm going to help
I
you out a little
don't
bit,
care.
Gazan, as you're kind of like, hey, where are we going? Karma's marking the walls with chalk, you know, so you guys don't get lost. The chalk mark, what does it look like, Ben? Is it like maybe the sign of Adon or something?
No, so this part is gonna be an X, and then when we get to the next section, I'm gonna put a triangle. The next area, it's gonna like change shapes, so I know.
Square and circle, and just rotate between all of those.
Like the
Yeah.
PlayStation buttons?
Yeah, I'm gonna like put different symbols. Like
Is it not up, down, left, right, or whatever it is?
yeah.
BA, select, start?
Let's start drawing crude portraits
Take the
of
bottom of the take the bottom of the
Arendelle
earth.
soon.
Excuse
Uh,
what?
So you can use the compass in Tailspire in the lower left-hand corner is what I'm saying, Gazan. So you guys can, that way it's like you don't confuse it. You can be like, hey, I want to go west, north, east, or south.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we need a keen mind or something like for that. Maybe a compass, actual compass.
It's not a big deal, my man.
Okay, but still, the point is, what direction are we gonna go?
You're leading. You figure it out.
Straight ahead is straight ahead.
I'm down for that. All right, after you.
So
Yeah.
sometimes
we're-
sorry, go ahead, Arundel.
While we're moving ahead, could I make a perception check to see if I could pick up any kind of trail, like discarded clothing, a piece of cloth, something that would signal someone's been here?
Oh, I like that. I like that. You already made a roll helping Gazan out. But you're looking for something specific as you're kind of like investigating, right? Roll an investigation roll.
I was hoping you'd ask that because I have a +5. Higher than my perception. Even though I have proficiency in perception. Ew. Wait, ew? Ew? I hate the corner of the screen. That was an
Yes.
18, and then it
You
went
got-
to a 3.
Yes, welcome to being cucked by D&D Beyond. As you get closer, Gazan, you hear people talking in Draconic. That's not fair. You hear something like that. You hear like, that's not fair.
I just put a halt up to the others, signaling.
What do? You hear something.
I stick my head forward, trying to stealth my way and just head forward and see if there's anyone on the other side
Roll
here.
stealth roll.
Okay.
I roll 3 perception checks for 3 creatures.
Okay.
So you
Who's
have to
firing?
beat. You have to beat the perception roll of all 3 creatures.
Damn.
As you do, they look at, as you kind of like peer your head forward, and you know the benefit of you wearing just rags is you're not wearing like this huge clunky armor, so you could actually stealth around. I mean, there are tactical advantages as you kind of move up through the tunnel, though a little bit. You like trip on like you step on like a pile of, for better or worse, like a giant turd. It squishes and it squish sounds like, you know. And these 3 kobolds look at you and they say, "Ha!"
Who are you?
They say in Draconic.
Travelers. I announce in Draconic as well. We
Travelers?
did know. Yes, we are on the lookout for a specific individual. Somebody's lost down here.
Someone lost?
Indeed. I believe a human female.
Ah,
You haven't seen anybody like that?
the ghost must have taken her.
The ghost.
Yeah, the ghost.
I look over my shoulder back to the others, and I just usher them forward. What is this ghost you talk about?
It's one way to move the model, Victoria. Sometimes moving through those little hallways and things, your model will jump through, you know? So you shift-click your model through sometimes, right? And you
Shift
approach
click, okay.
these three kobolds, they kind of like, they're like,
Not so close. We do not know who you are.
That
they're
is
just
fair.
speaking Draconic.
Who are your
Calm
friends?
yourselves, we mean you no harm. I also say in Draconic.
So, who is this ghost you're speaking of?
We, Big Boss tell us not to go that way.
I suppose it's dangerous.
Yeah, very. Kobolds go missing.
We will try and look out for it. Who's your master?
Oh, let me pull up his name. Where's he at?
We call him Big Boss.
Fair enough. Anonymity is a safe way to traverse the world, I will admit.
He's a big kobold. Big Boss. Like him. He has wings too.
The other one has like, so if you notice this kobold over here, he's like a winged kobold.
An herb.
Kobolds draw wings?
Yeah.
Not,
You never seen a kobold with wings?
I
it's
have
not
not.
common. It's not a common thing in their genes, but they are capable of sprouting wings every few generations. I believe they're called herbs. Something
An
like that.
erd, ah.
Victoria rolls 2d4.
I roll 2d4.
That's correct.
Oh, why? Okay, one sec.
This is how many STDs you have contracted by being down here.
You look down and you have genital warts.
5.
5. You gain 5 temporary hit points as one of our Twitch viewers has blessed you. This temp HP does, I will allow it to stack with the other HP as well.
Thank you.
Temp HP.
Yay!
Do you have anything we could use to aid us in our hunt for this ghost, you say?
Ghost not here.
How far is it
Where
away?
He not know. We stay here.
That would be
Where's
safe,
your
I suppose.
It's safe here. You hear something weird. You don't see it. It comes.
What does this sound like?
What does ghost sound like?
He starts asking like the other kobold.
I me not know.
Is it like ooh, or is it like grrr?
Victoria has no idea what they're saying, so she just sees Kazan doing that, like.
Don't ask.
You sound funny.
I'm fucking lost too.
You'd be lost even if you could understand them.
We will be on the way if you let us pass. We wish no harm.
No,
But-
you no go this way.
We know.
Go back.
Okay. Why is that?
Why is that?
Yes, we will be hunting this ghost. Or at
Not
least
here.
it would probably lead us to where we need to go.
You know how to ghost. You know get the ghost here.
Arendelle, you have a better idea? And I switch to common as I say this.
What's happening?
There's apparently a ghost around this part of the sewers. And these kobolds, they have neither idea what they are and how dangerous they are, but they will not let us pass in the direction that it was last spotted.
Why not?
That is what
They don't
I'm trying to
know.
figure out.
Well, why do we
Well,
dare to
I'm gonna
negotiate? Why don't we just walk by?
I'm gonna call out to them in Draconic. Could you take us to your boss then, perhaps?
You want to see Big Boss?
Sure. Big boss sounds negotiable.
Why you want to see Big Boss?
Maybe he could give us more useful information than you could, since you don't know anything about anything.
We stand here.
Could you tell
We
us where he is?
You will let us pass, or you will take us to your boss.
Make a persuasion roll, I guess. How I countered as I used my insight.
Okay,
I'll give you advantage on it since I have proficiency in persuasion.
sure thing.
I roll it 3 times for the 3 creatures.
Oh, well, that was just one, so let me do that again. My bad. Okay, 14.
we don't know you have more friends. We have to stay here. Big Boss is back there.
Will you stop us if we were to travel down this path?
Do not go this way. We are mining the crystals here.
You're mining crystals, and I say in the Draconic. I switch to the others. They're apparently mining here. It's an occupation.
All right.
Big Boss wants crystals.
For what reason?
What type of crystals?
What type of crystals?
They glow around here. Big
They
Boss
glow,
says he
they
wants
say.
them. We are experimenting with them,
We or he?
playing with them, throwing them, boiling them. All
They're
kinds
doing
of
every
things.
kind of things with the crystals here.
He pulls out like a few of these crystals out of his pocket.
So we turn them into dice.
Are they hostile
play a
towards
game.
us?
All right.
Honestly,
Wait, I'm gonna reach into my bag and not show the kobolds, but keep it close to my fist. I'm gonna pull up 6 copper. What if we just pay for passage? And I'll show the rest of the party what I have in my hand. Just 6 copper pieces. Can you
So
ask-
much, though.
Can you ask them if we can offer 6 copper to pass?
can you
Would
be
you accept-
bargained with?
And I'll hold up one of the copper pieces.
Shiny copper. Let me see.
He wants to see it.
I'm
toss
gonna.
1 piece.
They start speaking in common.
We speak common.
Oh, that's so much easier. What if I gave you the rest of this copper? May we pass?
We know surface languages. We're not that dumb. We smart.
We never thought so.
Don't speak for everyone here.
Arendelle,
Let me see copper.
you're smart most of the time, but right now you're playing dumb for the sake of it. Please don't.
I already gave him 1 of the copper. I have 5 more for you.
Oh,
Let us pass.
shiny. Oh, shiny. It sparkles.
He puts it in his pocket.
All right. I can give you the rest of the 5 if you let us pass. We simply want to
Right.
handle your ghost problem.
Where you go?
Was
Okay. Tell Amigo sent you.
Migo?
Migol.
Migo. All right. Migo.
We appreciate this.
I'm going
That's
to name
one
this
letter
kobold
away
here.
from being. That is one letter away from being copyright infringement.
This guy right here, right?
You've been handing out gold pieces like it was nothing. What's a few coppers to you now?
Even
What are you
yours.
talking about?
All right, I'll
Just
give
don't break
Migo-
anything and be careful.
Will do.
We will not interfere in your dealings here.
Okay.
I'll give Migo the other 5 copper.
He hands the copper. He's like, they like imagine three like almost like hyenas, almost like they start to like they like kind of go into the corner over here. They start just like touching and like scrounging over this meager amount of copper, but they seem like oddly entranced by the gold nature of it. Gazan, it must be like the dragon blood, right? The hoarding
Yeah.
nature, right, of the kobold.
Yes.
Gambling
Indeed.
money for their dice.
We'll be off then.
Where do you guys
That
go?
was
You guys wanna walk down this way?
easier, if not a
Fun
little
fact.
tedious.
Fun fact, Scratch in the other campaign, he grew up most of his life in a sewer like this with a bunch of kobolds.
Oh, it could be we meet his family here. Who knows?
Let's stop right here, guys.
Yep.
Oh, why?
You look down to the left and you see some like glowing crystals.
Oh, it must be their
Right.
operation. All right.
There's nothing else in the water, right?
You
How
look
murky
over-
is it?
You look over to the right and there's like a series of pipes and tubes. You know, they're very faint, hard to make out. Series of tubes of Victoria that were built during the great age of man. Now, whatever's here doesn't seem to be working anymore. Right? You remember the plumbing used to work.
Let me
Probably
fix.
something's clogged. But the orcs, you know, they're not going to repair this shit. Literally.
It can be fixed and rebuilt. Right. Oh, this way?
I'm just investigating those rocks. I'm intrigued. Rocks don't normally glow.
Oh, Arendelle! I'm gonna look
What?
over at the kobolds, make sure they're distracted. Maybe don't fuck with the shiny rocks.
Just looking. Calm yourself.
I agree, and I
He did not just tell me to calm.
As you walk down it, Arendelle, you hear some like picking noises. Like there is like some people are mining something, small chiseling sounds, right? In the sewer.
Mm-hmm.
You continue.
I just want to ascertain whether or not these rocks, these crystals, are magical. I mean, crystals don't normally glow, so there's got to be something interesting about it. So I just want to look, see if I can't glean anything off of it.
perhaps it's stay lenses less.
I mean, you see a glowing crystal.
I see
Could I make
some.
an Arcana roll?
No.
Oh, okay.
You could cast Detect Magic as a ritual, or as a spell slot.
Do I see any loose bits on the ground around here, or are they all just in clusters?
Not really close to where you're at. You'd have to get in the room further. And the rest of the party is like, they've waited back. They're trying to call you back.
Yeah. Just rocks.
While this is happening, I look to the wall and see vegetation growing off it, and I just pick one off and like expect it.
It's like fungus. Like imagine like life here is messy, right? It's like a shit, fucking fungus growing on shit, dude.
If you just touch that with your bare hands.
I do. There are
My God.
some kind of resources that
survival
grows
roll.
in strange places.
Yeah, make a
Okay.
survival roll, buddy. Interesting.
Some of it could be useful. You never
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
Sure.
Roll 16. You're right. It's I'm just pulling out something random here. Resembles a white like. Hold on here. It's Poxel Cap Gazan. It's known for its poisonous aura and the array of dead and composing animals found around. Right. The patches and these gray capped mushrooms are ribbed with vibrant colors of orange, violet, and green. It's dangerous. It can be dangerous to eat them. It's worth at least 5 gold added to your character sheet.
Indeed. So just one, right?
Yeah, how it is, it's a reagent that you can use to, it's in our reagent system, which you can use to craft items, like potions and things like that.
Okay.
I just
Can't
wanted
Well,
to.
would you know that?
Got it a whole bushel, why don't you?
Actually, maybe.
Are we standing here for a while?
Yeah, what do you do?
I'm gonna start saying a prayer of healing.
Okay.
Second level. So I'm gonna take 10 minutes.
Oh, well,
Okay.
shit, if she's taking 10 minutes, I'm taking 10 minutes. I'm
Yeah.
gonna ritual cast Detect Magic.
You guys stand in the hallway. The kobolds, you're kind of standing next to the kobolds, like casting magic. They seem to like not care about you as they are like entranced with the copper pieces that Victoria has given them, and they go back to like shooting dice, and they look at you. I'm casting magic. Yes, they are. Oh, what they do? Maybe they're like Big Boss benders. They are. You'll have to each roll, one of you, Karma and Ariel, roll a d20 as the waystone has been misset by the archmages. If you roll a 1, a random wild magic surge happens. Or any magic linked ability, essentially.
Can
I'm
the
close
wild
there,
magic
Karma.
surge be re-rolled with inspiration?
Walking that line.
I will allow it to be rolled with inspiration.
Okay.
You have to roll as well, Arendelle.
I did.
What'd you roll?
7.
Cool. I just didn't see the roll. D&D Beyond's kind of acting funky tonight.
I haven't seen anything past Gazan's last stealth roll 17 minutes ago, so I think it's whacking up for me too.
I
Yeah.
did see Karma's roll. Karma, why don't you roll the prayer of healing thing? What does this do? Do you heal everybody in the party?
Yep, so everyone gets 2d8 healing. 2d8 plus 4 healing, sorry.
I'm maxed out. Is anybody else down?
I'm
Yeah.
almost maxed out, and with my temp HP, I'm over my max HP.
What about you, Gazan?
Well, yeah, it was full.
Gazan, Karma, do you still want to cast a spell?
I can take it back?
Yes, for sure.
Sweet, yeah, I'm not gonna cast it then.
What do you do instead?
I'm gonna like
Do you use your own hit dice? Or are you kind of hurt?
I'm gonna
Normal
be
prayer.
get to like doing it and be like, "Who tells me I shouldn't do this?" I'm just gonna stop.
I come over to Arendelle. Well, would you look at that? It's a white cap. Poisonous. Quite potent.
Indeed, keep it away from me. Thank you.
Oh, come
Who
on.
knows? It could be useful.
Oh, of course you could.
Agree.
I doubt you know how to make it useful, but don't.
Yeah, you just gotta eat it. I would not prefer if you did.
Any and all alchemists in the nearby mile radius just cringed.
Yes, Victoria.
Well, so Karma, maybe while Arendelle is over there doing his stuff, maybe we can harvest some mushrooms for ourselves.
You wish?
No, I do fancy cooking
Hmm,
and modifying recipes.
potentially.
Arendelle goes back into the crystal room, right?
Yes, and I'm within range to
Do you
just...
want to use the? Do we add 10 minutes to the timer as you cast detect magic as a ritual?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. I can, once per long rest, instantly cast something as a ritual.
You want to use that ability?
Yep.
Okay, cool. You cast detect magic. The crystals are magical. Let me see what you guys are kind of throwing me for a loop a little bit, but
Oh, you put magic crystals in the sewer with a wizard in the party, and you didn't expect the wizard to want to figure out what it was?
give me a second while I'm just reading up my notes. These kobolds,
See what
Victoria,
Scratch thinks about it.
These kobolds, Victoria, don't have the mark of the darkness, by the way. Their eyes aren't black, so they're not like completely corrupted creatures. If you want to say that, right? Like other orcs and things that you saw, like carrying the bodies, to the ramparts and so forth, or the orcs who interrogated you when you came into the city.
How long have you guys been down here?
You asked the kobold?
Yeah. Oh, I was waiting for Arendelle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we've been down here a while. How long we been here? Oh, I can't see the sun. I don't know.
Have you been here since the orcs have been up top?
Oh, orcs always been here.
Has there been a lot of other people down here? Perhaps Dragonborn or maybe people that look kind of frightened with tattoos on their faces? Maybe collars?
Tattoos? Collars?
Is anyone like
Me?
that coming down here?
Me no think so.
All right.
Except for the ghost. We not go where the ghost at.
Where is this ghost? I mean, this way, right? And I point out further down the passage,
South.
south.
What does the ghost look like?
Me no find out. Hope me run away.
What does it sound like?
Me no want to find out.
How do you know there's a ghost there if you haven't seen it? Just kobolds disappearing.
We're scared. We don't fight that well. We're just
That's-
mining crystals. Crystals powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Power in the crystal. That's what Big Boss says.
What is Big Boss like?
Big Boss is Big Boss. He's biggest kobold around.
And he can cast. He's a powerful spellcaster.
He's very powerful.
Very powerful.
And he has an eye patch.
I swear I thought you were about to say he has an iPad.
That's what I was gonna say too. So the Big Boss keeps you safe down here? What does he keep you safe from?
Keeps us safe from surface people and other orcs who come slurking around.
So you don't like the orcs?
He doesn't like orcs. Interesting.
Don't worry, we have plans for them.
You don't like orcs either.
We don't like orcs, but
No.
we make sure the crystals are safe.
We look at Victoria sinisterly. What's your names?
My name's Meagle.
But the rest of you.
He's Peagle and Weagle.
They're cousins, you see.
Weagle. Oh my god.
Would you like to be friends?
France?
Friends. We can bring you a bunch of shiny.
You're not kobold, huh? Oh, shiny things. What kind of
Yeah.
shiny?
Anything shiny, really. We can find a lot of shiny things. We just
Like
really
what?
don't like orcs. You name it, we can probably find it.
Nameless shiny thing. You show me shiny thing, then we talk. I want
We
to
have the
hold
bias
shiny
switch.
in my hand. Just let me see shiny.
Arendelle, you cast a spell, and
Yep.
the crystals are magical.
All right.
And
What school of magic?
it's not really a school of magic per se. I would say, if anything, it's evocation, something like that. You think about what Victoria has maybe said about the crystal of High Pass itself. Magic appears to be focused around here in High Pass. Maybe it's why it was built here. The crystals, why they grow here, you don't know, unless you want to make a nature roll. They are magical. though.
I could make a nature roll. I have a +5 in that. I'll try that.
But you know, wizards, they have to like take something to a study, a laboratory, and study it. And since you were kicked out of from High King Dwarma's, a study, you don't have anything like that around.
It's unfortunate, yes, but I'll make do with what I have for now.
But you were looking around a little bit. I have you make an insight roll, DC 10.
So I make an insight roll before a nature roll?
No,
or
you make the
after?
nature roll right now, so you determine if you know anything more about the crystals.
All right, cool.
We'll say that DC is 13.
I definitely passed that.
What'd you get, buddy?
24.
Nice. These kobolds, you can hear them. You're trying to be careful about it without going into the room. You hear them like mining. There must be like a couple kobolds in there, like just taking small chisels and like cutting out the crystals, and putting them into bags. Unknown how fast these crystals grow through like crystallysis or whatever it is, the process of crystal growing. Um, you're putting it together a little bit with what Victoria's talked about. That high pass was a source of magic, and it was strong, or is still strong, and it was a focal point of magic, right? And maybe these crystals can be used to amplify it somehow. Again, like with the evocation. What was the other roll? You can roll again if you wish. The other roll was the insight roll.
Inside.
That DC is 10.
It's a +2, so I might pass. Oh, yeah.
What'd you get, buddy? 13. You were looking around Lord Corrin's manor a little bit, trying to glean as much as you can. A man with that many books, he must have wizards working for him. Maybe he has a laboratory there.
Okay. All right. That's good
Right.
to know.
Maybe, but you didn't really ask or look around. But I mean, a wealthy man like that, he has probably like wizards in his employ of some kind, right?
Oh,
Sure.
He's got Gazan in his employ, and Gazan's basically like a hitman, or like muscle, basically. Starting to put it together a little bit.
Okay.
What are you thinking, Victoria?
Well, it depends if he tells her that or not.
When I disseminate information to the party, it's pretty much disseminated to the party, unless Arendelle specifically withholds that information.
This is the first time I'm going to say this. Yes. I'm just making these connections in my head, and for right now, until I can actually formulate something.
Or you're gonna keep that information.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to metagame it, though, right, Victoria?
I will silently close my book as I close the ritual out, and I'll turn around and start to walk out.
What do you do, Gazan? I see you're up there with him.
So you basically just wasted all of our time, and you're not gonna tell us why.
I wasted a minute.
Wasn't it like 10 minutes though?
No, I can instantly cast a ritual once a day.
Oh, okay.
Anything interesting?
Possibly. I'd have to study it. But until then, let's just move on.
Well, we could buy a die off of the kobolds.
Well, they also dislike the orcs.
Wait,
How many kobolds do we think are down here?
I imagine
kobolds
dozen.
are,
There could
that
be
would be very small. Probably around 20 to 30.
The sewers don't go throughout the entirety of High Pass.
I thought they are
Most of it.
it would be good to have a small allied force under the city. If we do
What is your
encounter-
suggestion?
We play nice, give them
nice.
shiny things.
if we run into that big boss, be the absolute diplomats that we are, it'd be very helpful in case we ever need a surprise strike team or simply a place to hide.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go talk to the kobolds.
You see him like shoot at some of the dice. The dice like glow like with the crystal. There's like an inherent luminescence within the crystal. Magical energy somehow stored within the crystal, right? They throw it in like it comes up to a weird number, a symbol you don't recognize, but it's crude, right? And then one says, "Gotcha!" Oh, he looks behind as he sees you coming up. What you want?
There's dice. Wanna trade? I say as I flash a silver coin.
Oh, it tries to grab the silver coin from you.
I'm a bit taller than him.
So you like pull it up a little bit. Oh, that's mean.
I said trade.
Make a persuasion roll.
I think chat would be advantage.
Oh, chat gave him advantage. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's hard for me to pay attention. Yes, you give the next player roll has advantage. He gave it to a just a general roll, I think. Oh, select player rolls. Yep, he gave it to Arendelle. Steve did. Nice. He's
All right,
ruined.
well, I'll roll it again.
What'd you
He's
roll in
doing
the first
something
one?
nice for me.
Yeah, what'd you roll? So
17.
I roll with
Second
all
one's a
three
21.
guys. Okay, so I rolled with all three guys. I rolled my highest roll. I don't tell you to roll until you roll your result.
Mhm.
I rolled a 17. They take the silver piece. They're like,
Take it. You get more crystals. We can make dice again.
they hand you the dice, and you trade a silver piece, and then you have two small pieces of the crystal. You can add as a pair of dice, and then put in the notes that it's made of the crystal from the sewers.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna add that to my equipment real quick, and then I'll move my character back over there. But I do regroup with the party. All right, I have what I need.
I'm glad we solved it diplomatically.
Perhaps they've collected some collars too.
Collect
You're going to
collars.
have to ask.
Collars of bronze. Aren't kobolds known for collecting things?
We can ask them.
We could definitely ask them.
Do you want me to?
Well, yeah, you're pretty nice.
All right. I'll switch places with Arendelle and just walk up to him like, just a quick question. Have you found any remember I told you the people that might come down here with the tattoos or the collars? Have you found any collars? They're kind of like metal bands around the neck or rods about maybe this long. Have you found any of those down here?
Collars? I, maybe Big Boss, no.
Big boss? All right. If you run into him, I'll be sure to ask. Thank you.
By the way, don't go that way. I told you not to. Don't go see Big Boss.
We had no intention of hurting Big Boss.
Well, you've been nice to Meebo. And that we trap everything.
Oh. All right.
That helps
Thank
us
you for
prevent the orcs from coming down here.
That's very clever.
Ah.
Is there anything we can look out for your traps? Could you perhaps lead us that way or just give us an idea of what to look out for to avoid your traps? We
The other
definitely do
one,
not want to undo your hard work.
the other one like bumps him. He's like,
Yeah. We'll take you, Big Boss, but you gotta get more shiny.
I produce a platinum.
Oh. Whoa.
That's fair.
That is a relic. Are you sure?
I have no need for material items. I'm but a cleric.
If you
That
could
was
help us.
almost funny.
you hand him a platinum. Karma makes a persuasion roll with advantage.
I'm gonna use inspiration on this too.
So you gain a +2 to the roll from advantage snacking.
First one was a 15.
Yeah, I guess D&D
17.
Beyond's having one of those
The other
days.
one speaks up.
If he has one, he has more. Give us more shiny.
Big Boss first. Come now.
You have more.
Wasn't that actually your only one?
Unfortunately.
Was our only one.
More shiny. Then you see Big Boss.
Is this a different kobold?
They bump
People-
into him and be like,
What are you here for? Are you looking for Ghost?
Yes.
No, we're looking for the Tanner's wife. But since we heard about the ghost, we might as well deal with that too, since we're apparently friendly neighborhood, do it everything people.
May not see any human. No human here.
Uh,
No pointy ear
I'll
either.
we'll ignore that. I'm going to give them 11 copper
Yeah.
to split amongst themselves. Is this enough?
Lots of shiny here. Do they have more shiny?
make a persuasion roll.
Say they're probably more
Do I have
enchanted by the
advantage for
copper.
doing that?
No, you don't. Because it's not a
Alright.
platinum piece. As the kobold greed is starting to flare up.
12.
Yeah, probably just back up.
You have more shiny than that. Give me some more shiny. We'll take you, big
I do
boss.
have I do have more shiny than that, but I'm not giving you any more.
I think we have made an offer. You offered to give us the big boss, and now you're not going to do that. So we're going to take our shinies. You get no shinies, and we're going to leave. Please stay safe and avoid the orcs.
I sure hope we don't damage any of your well-placed traps.
We reset them. We don't
All
want to
right.
see you hurt. They have too much shiny.
They seem like a little like stuck. They don't know what to do. They're confused.
I pick up a rock, and I cast the light cantrip on it.
Wow. More shiny?
Mm-hmm.
Hand it here.
I hand it over.
Make a persuasion roll.
I'm
Magic.
just rubbing my forehead as this is happening.
It's a magical rock.
I'm just gonna put a
Rock. That's shiny.
hand on Gazan's forearm.
That's a
as the light fill it
22.
out. Yeah.
Wow.
It's actually not a persuasion roll, it's a deception roll. What's your deception mod?
Oh, my deception mod is +2, so that would have been a 20.
This not real shiny. It doesn't sparkle like other shiny.
It's because it's a roll powerful shiny.
Powerful like crystal?
Yeah, it's
Not
organic.
quite.
Yes, no, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Make another shiny.
Perhaps we should just leave. I think we've gotten as far as we can.
You have gotten quite a few shinies. Is that not enough for you?
You have more.
Yes, they're mine.
They could be ours.
They could be, and I've already given you plenty.
Give us more.
How much more?
Give us more.
Give me a number. Or can you not count?
I can't count. Give it all.
No.
No.
I'm just gonna reach over, kind of like put a hand on Arendel's shoulder. Maybe we should just leave. It would be a shame for us to destroy the peace that we've made.
Don't go that way. I told you.
I've already paid you shinies in order for safe passage. And I'm just gonna start taking a tentative step backward because I no longer have light to see. Just
I'm gonna grab Victoria's hand softly.
I don't want to kill these guys.
Yes, I do.
No,
Very much so.
I will lead on.
Thank you, Gazan.
Stay close behind me.
I'll start preparing to cast fine traps.
Find traps.
You
What's
could
that?
have done this, that, and
I forgot
this
that's
is
a spell.
narrow.
Right? Do you have that
Careful.
spell prepared?
How's third?
I have it prepared.
Bullshit, you got that spell prepared. Do you really?
I got it prepared when we were did short rest.
Hold on, let me read the spell.
I'm just gonna reach over. I'm gonna have a hand on Arendel's either shoulder or the back of the coat, whatever's easier.
How it works is you cast it, and it's an action. It's not like a concentration spell, from what I understand. You have to like cast it. It's a second level spell. You cast it, and at basically a range of 120 feet. So you're like looking at something. It's kind of like a vision, a flash, to try to give you a warning of something. So you're constantly. You'd have to do it like one time, and then, hope that there's a trap nearby.
We
or
know
we can
there.
make really good perception checks.
Yeah, well, it's up to you guys.
We could try perception checks first, and if that doesn't work,
It's
we
a
can
second
cast
level
a
spell, so it hurts. Fine.
Yeah, maybe hold on to it because I think we can.
I mean,
Tame
you should have three You should have 3 second level spell slots, right?
Mhm.
The kobold said the ghost was to the south, by the way.
That's to the right, correct?
Yeah, if
If
you
I'm
look at the
correct.
compass, it's to the right. That's correct.
I don't see a compass.
It's in the
That's
lower
missing.
left-hand corner of Tailspire.
B.
So, I reckon we should make a perception check, and if we can't pick up anything, then we'll do a find trap spell. Does that sound like a plan, guys?
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
have to be Gazan or Arendelle because I can't see shit.
I
There's a
have a
short
plus
bridge
4.
here.
I
Careful.
touch your umbrella light.
All right,
Oh, maybe
so
do that.
I
Maybe
have
do
a
that after
plus
we get around the
4.
corner or something, because won't that drop your rock? Or you shouldn't give him the rock.
They weren't impressed by it, so.
That's true.
I have a plus 4 in proficiency and perception, so if somebody has a higher wisdom modifier than me, I could give them
God.
advantage.
God, no.
I mean, I have proficiency in perception, but I don't have big mod.
We do have a cleric.
My perception is also +4. I'm not rocking the alert feat
I only got
Yeah,
plus
but
2.
or the observant feat.
That's better. I can give you advantage on that plus 4.
Yeah, let me do it. Yeah, here we go. Roll in perception.
Man, I
First
can't see
one
any of
is
it.
22.
Yeah, I mean, what we'll do is, how we do it is if there's a trap here, I'll make the roll. As Gazan, as you make the roll, though, you see a mushroom right here.
Okay.
Another piece of fungus dripping in the sewers. You look over to the left, Victoria, and you see more pipes and things, right? And there's like a makeshift bridge that the kobolds built. As you look, Karma, you actually how it works is yes, the perception roll is used to identify the trap, to see it. An investigation is to determine how it works and how to disarm it.
I will definitely expect this mushroom because it looks different from the ones we came by before.
Make a
She
survival
can
roll.
make the perception rolls. I can make the investigation rolls.
All right, so my first perception was 22.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make an investigation. Whenever he's ready.
You make a survival roll, Gazan, as you maybe pick up the mushroom.
Well, inspect it. Just look at it. I mean,
It kind of looks like grapey. It's like a grapey mushroom.
I also rolled a 22 on my investigation roll.
Sure. Nothing's happening right now.
That thing's gonna spew.
You don't roll high enough to harvest the material successfully. Because you're not really a ranger, right? So whatever, I'm just going to delete the mushroom then. Boop. But I mean, it's pretty valuable. It's worth, the other one's worth 5 gold. Because like not everybody's just jumping into the sewer to haggle with kobolds to go find exotic mushrooms all the time.
I think we need to go south, right? So we need to turn right. So
oh, we will.
like
Well, okay. Let me go forward. This one doesn't have any handlebars, so be careful.
Arendelle?
Yes. What is it?
Just be careful.
Oh. Clever.
There's another 2 sets of bridges here.
Go right.
We're not gonna go forward. Okay.
No.
The kobold said it was to the south, so we need to go.
Where are you
south.
going? I said go right.
Oh. your perspective is different from mine.
I'm looking in what you are looking at, aka your model.
As
Or you
Arendelle
walk
rolls a
sideways.
pretty high, yeah. So what it is like you see like there's just layers of almost like a fog, right? Arendelle rolls a very high investigation roll though. There's like a dead rat that you see. You hear a few of the rats squeaking, but this rat has a few bite marks on it, like it's been partially cannibalized, maybe by other rats. But you see there's like burns and scarring on it.
Maybe stop.
Yeah.
A fire trap, maybe.
The rat is like right here,
Oh,
just on the side. I'm going to say it's like something dead or something weird. Give you the information with the
We're
investigation roll that you made.
so the burns aren't what killed. Oh, the burns are what killed it, but the rats came by and cannibalized it.
is there scorch marks like around the body or just on the rat?
That's a good question.
Make a medicine roll DC 10.
It's like maybe it got either blasted here or something blasted it and it ran off and died somewhere else.
Go ahead, Victoria. Roll it up.
Investigation. Oops,
No, it's a medicine roll to determine the cause of death of the body.
my bad. Okay, so well, it's a 16 on the die.
Yep.
14.
So I said the DC was 10. It appears to be some kind of like acid, like a burning.
Oh dear.
Oh,
You hear
ghost
some
might
rats
be-
scurry off in the distance, right in the sewer. There's lots of them here.
Maybe our
kinda
ghost is spitting acid.
Are we ready to move on?
I severely doubt it's a ghost at this point.
Well, okay.
We'll wait, find out.
Oh, what is that? Oh, that's pipework, isn't it?
There's a
from the
pipe
original.
there, Gazan. Connecting from God knows what to God knows where, right?
I step close and like just move a hand forward, not really touching it, but just trying to feel if it emits warmth or something.
It's like vibrating.
Okay, these things are on. I don't want to touch it. Try and duck under.
All right. Oh, just
Okay.
get on my belly and slide
Yeah.
across. Slide under.
It's pretty nice that you changed, Victoria, as you're already starting to get like residual dirt and grime on you, you know? I'm just like unwittingly touching things, you know, being down here. Right?
Prestidigitation.
Corridor to our right.
I see it.
Oh god, I got in the water.
Small bridge here, and more pipework.
Oh dear. Karma is lost. She will be missed. Yada yada. Blah blah. Funeral
Right.
rites.
Climb out and give it a donut.
I don't.
Oh hell no!
I don't have a
So,
compass. This way south, right?
You
Like
don't have
the-
the compass. It's in the bottom left-hand corner of Tailspire. It's not there for you?
No.
Weird. Do you guys have the compass on your map?
I do. I think it's a setting
I
you
do.
can enable.
Okay,
I
let's
didn't
find the
have
setting
to
for
when I
Victoria.
installed it.
In the top right, there's settings.
There we
Did you find
go.
it?
Got it. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so I mean, I guess if you wanted a not super hardcore metagame, you could turn the compass off, but it helps when
Nah.
we're directing stuff, right? So people
so
aren't
the
like,
rats. Do we hear them from down here somewhere, or is it from the little corridor?
You can make a perception roll.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage on that by assisting you.
All right.
As you guys are slowly walking down, you know, kind of stealthing through the corridor, you know,
Okay.
well, you don't see very much, but then Arendelle like points out something, and there's still rats around, like you can hear them around. Arendelle, though, they're a little quieter here.
The rats know not to come here. That's
Did-
word.
Did anybody hear that?
No.
I'm just putting a hand on my sickle and like looking around.
I suggest you arm yourselves.
Shing, or Victoria arms her umbrella.
There's it.
I don't know how to
It
use
just
this.
does it just
What do you do?
Corridor?
I
Corridor,
push
everyone?
forward.
I think we still have to go south, right?
Are we gonna traverse down there?
I believe so. That's the kobold said the ghost was to the south.
It's best to get rid of any dangers ahead of time, instead of having them give the opportunity to surprise us. So
Sure.
yes.
Right.
So,
You, Victoria, my
Yes.
bag, please, please.
All right. I hand Gazan her bag.
Yep. And I pick out one torch. Fire, anybody?
no, no fire. Are you insane?
A
Huh?
little bit.
We are in a sewer with gas up to our waists, and you want to ignite a flame.
Oh,
I didn't think about that. Okay, I will not be using my breath.
It's good
Okay.
that we need someone else to do that for you then.
moving onward.
Adon comes for us all.
Yes, well, I do not
You hear
intend to serve.
from in front of
Not
everybody.
today.
I do not intend to serve him anytime soon. Now, move along. I will be going this way from this side.
And perhaps Karma Adon doesn't come for us when we're in a sewer. Hopefully, our ending will be something a little more glamorous than this.
You girls handle that side. We'll be together over here. Don't move too
Absolutely.
far ahead. Stay
Oh.
together.
Absolutely.
What could possibly go wrong with this? Let's go.
As you guys walk up to the end of the sewer where it like puddles and pools together, you see another mushroom here.
Sacred flame.
Sacred.
Luckily, that's not actual fire.
You blow it up
It's
with
radiant,
holy
isn't it?
energy as it like consumes up from the roots, karma. But then you see like maybe another way, another entrance way out of here, another area to another manhole. And you see a few footprints, right? Like you see them walking this way.
Oh,
Are they small?
Make an investigation roll.
Sure.
maybe this is where our lovely lady came down.
Perhaps.
Oh, the ghost.
Interesting. Oh, there it is. Ghosts
Figure it out
don't
now.
leave footprints, typically.
It
Dude,
would be
they
fun.
just.
Damn it! The 18 was glowing. It was yellow. How? All right.
What'd you roll?
If you're
I'll take the
proficient,
roll.
if someone else is proficient with investigation, they can give him advantage on the roll.
Nay.
No.
They are small.
That I got the answer I wanted. Then that's
Alright.
good. Women typically have small feet, so that's a clue. All right.
Yeah, I would
Alright.
say
And they're-
it's a woman's footprints, and it's hard
And
to
they're coming
tell.
in this direction.
There's like a few of
Like
them.
there are
You know, there's a few of them there. It's kind of strange.
multiple, like different sets of footprints.
Maybe.
Hmm.
All right. Good. To get an idea of which way the footprints go.
Yes, this way.
They
Right.
go down as you begin to track it. Make a survival roll, Victoria, or the footprints are lost within just
Oh.
the general mismatch of the sewer.
Oh, me?
Don't
Can
you
someone
love
else-
it? No, you have to roll it since you asked for it.
Oh God. All right. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Roll it up
Actually,
with
do
advantage.
Did someone give me inspiration on my next roll?
Nope,
No. Okay.
just to Arendelle.
Okay.
They blessed you though,
I have-
right? Because they have the temp
I have
HP.
I have friends in low places.
'Cause I got friends in low places. 11.
11.
It's better,
I'm gonna
better
say the
than what I
DC is
got.
probably like 12 or 13. It's probably a little higher than that.
Yeah.
It's definitely more than one set of footprints. But like even the natural like moisture in here has decayed them to a point to where you'd have to be a master tracker to really start to discern more of it.
All right. Left or right?
Well, they were on this side, so I reckon they went this way.
Good as enough answers any. All right.
Gazan, if you wouldn't mind, you have a bit more sturdy frame than I do, so I prefer not to get hit by something.
Of course, of course. Watch our flank.
On it.
As
Seeing
Gazan
that she
walks,
did not.
yeah, there's no traps here for some reason. You guys are very cautious about the traps. It can only be assumed that The kobolds haven't trapped this area for some reason.
This is the place they told them not to go.
Yep, which probably means our ghost is here. All
You go down
right.
to
This
the
is
right.
place with all the traps.
You go down to the right, Gazan, and you see a valve switch. And you see a dead corner here. And you look ahead, Gazan, you see a bone right there.
Oh,
Oh, good. That's a good sign.
Arendelle just got snatched. He's gone.
You just moved him up.
Karma just like peeks around, just like.
I just got swallowed by the wall.
How tall is the ceiling?
It's 10 feet.
Okay. I just look upwards and like just slowly look around.
Make a perception roll.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
Because you guys are really going slowly.
15?
Okay. I've described the room.
Push ahead then.
I don't want to push this, but there's something we could use here.
What do you do?
It's best not to touch what you don't know what is.
I
Is that a
agree.
foul?
This
There's a
could
valve.
flush us out. It could
Wonder if they can
stop
open
those
the
pipes
dam.
from working.
Well, I'm no engineer or sewer person, but perhaps it's used to hold back some kind of pressure. Or maybe it releases something, as most valves do.
We'll
much-
try and see. We'll come back to this if it's needed.
It looks like there's one down the hall as well.
Yeah, but I'm more curious about this, and I pick up the bone.
How far down the hallway can I see, DM?
The map is what it is. I don't hide. I'm not using the hidden zones.
Okay. I think Victoria, it's like Gazan picks up the bone. Victoria like holds up the umbrella a little bit higher to cast the light farther down, as she just sees these shapes on the ground ahead. Just, I think that's where we need to go.
Victoria points out she sees, looks like a trail of bones.
This must be the feasting quarters for whatever's here.
Well, looks like the woman's dead. Let's go.
I throw the bone away and start walking a little
Yeah.
bit further down.
Or not. Right.
Karma slowly follows behind as we lost him to a bathroom break. And you hear Venice scream.
Oh, shit.
Every bone has been collected, and I caught the one Gazon through.
Okay.
I will pick the bones. I don't want to collect them, but I'm assuming you collect all the bones. There's quite a pile here, Karma. Different things, skulls. I even put a skull down here, and you found another skull. You look at the moss on the sides of the walls are vacant near here, Victoria, as you hear Venice scream.
Yeah, so as soon as Victoria hears Venice scream, she's starting to run down the hall.
Okay. I'll move you up.
Don't
to
just
here.
run up her. She's gone.
Do you follow her, Gazan?
Only slightly until like Arendelle yells out, then I'll stop up and like turn back.
Barbarians can do barbarian things!
You see Venice scream, and about 60 feet ahead, you see a scarred, disfigured humanoid levitating a few inches off the ground. One arm is outstretched, and the other attempts to cover its hideous face. Without a sound, it makes its way down the passage, headed right towards you, and I'll put Venna out right around the corner, so she's right here. She screams and sees this, and that's where we'll begin our game next week. Cool, huh?
Okay.
So you see this figure like this coming at you. Blah! Makes no noise, though. But I wanted to make the noise because it's fun. Hope you
Oh,
guys had a
dear.
good game.
Collecting
It's
all the
sashing
You
bones.
just got jump scared, dude.
Bah!
I didn't even see it. Hold on, I want to see what it looks like. I gotta
It's in
Nothing
my
there.
it's in my hidden zone.
We'll see it next session.
And you
Exactly.
just said that you don't use hidden zones.
I lied at the
Interesting.
DM.
Very interesting.
Should we make
All
this
right.
interesting, fellas? It
Yep.
just turned 7 p.m. and game time. That means everybody has to make exhaustion checks. You have to make a DC 10 Constitutional saving throw. Take a stack of exhaustion.
Oh god. All right, con
That's-
save.
Constitution. Okay.
Everyone
Sorry,
makes a
check or
DC.
save?
It's a saving throw.
Here we go.
Oh, I rolled a 18.
Oh, a natural 20.
You gain inspiration.
Thank God.
Amazon. If you roll a
Oh
natural 20,
shit!
you
I
gain
already
inspiration.
had one.
Yeah, you got to use it when you get it. Otherwise, you just roll it and
Yeah.
it won't go away.
Would have been my
Yeah.
second level of exhaustion.
I should use a rule. Now
Second
that I've
level
seen,
karma.
what I'm noticing with players is they don't use their inspiration. So one interesting thing, if you want to be more dynamic with inspiration, is if you roll a 1, you lose inspiration. So it encourages you to
Oh
use
shit.
it. That's just an idea. I mean, I'm not telling. I mean, we're just talking about it.
Yeah, I just feel like once we like roll in that 20, we get an inspiration no matter what the circumstance is. I think that's a little too much.
Yeah.
Can I sell my inspiration?
Bog.
In exchange for what? Karma points?
You can use it. That's the whole point. It's
Points
about
for karma.
momentum. You know, it's about you gaining momentum in the game. Like, you know, you roll 20, and then if you roll with double time, you have double the chance to get another one. So it's kind of like I think of it like as momentum.
All right, sorry guys, I gotta bounce. I'll see
See
you
you,
all next week.
Victoria.
It's a good session, y'all.
Awesome.
Night.
No
See
more
ya.
karma face reveals.
I love it, Karma.
It's fun.
I'm excited. White hair. I like it.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
Uh,